Must be applied when? Above ground floor. Okay. What do you mean? Must be applied to a room above ground floor. Oh, second floor? Maybe. Oh shit, what the fuck did I just do? Where did I put that? Let's do it again. And let's change it to black because I can't see. Oh, actually it looks really nice that way. I don't like that. Okay, black. Okay. Oof, oof. Oh, that accent looks better. Gosh. Gorgeous. Pretty. Maybe it's time for me to actually add this if I have enough money. That should be on second floor. Ooh, I can do that. That's awesome. This is harder than I thought it would be. Oh, you guys heard that? Sorry. Sorry. This only means I can add an attic, right? Or I have an attic, I think. I think. Yeah, because they're built like that. Okay, I don't want that. I'm gonna assume that this is a bedroom. So that looks weird. Actually, that's usually how it's supposed to be, no? I need something flat. No, I like the gray one. This is hard. Because if I do it that way, it looks fucking weird. Like, I can literally put another room up there. I mean, shit. If if I could live here, sure. How are you, Luna? I haven't seen you in like forever. What you been doing? You've been busy. And I never friggin' added you. I don't know why. I don't know if this is gonna be good. I've never built a roof before, so bear with me. That shit looks ugly as hell. Fuck. I don't know how to do this. Wow, this is actually hard. I thought it was gonna be easy. I said, how are you? I didn't want to yell at your ear. You've been quiet. Where have you been? Girl, I haven't been active on my Instagram recently. I think I'd like post like random shit every now and then. Shots of chaos? What you mean? Oh. Has it been? I mean, I've been trying to stream as much as possible. But you know, ever since like I left and I literally just got back like a few. Well, I came back, but then like it's not consistent. So I'm trying to get to that consistency that I used to do. Cause dude, I was like online most of the time, like almost every day. Like no rest. But yeah, you know, life. Life is just a lot of shit. I mean, ever since I moved. Oh yeah, you're my neighbor now. Sleep is now an illusion. Honestly, I don't even know. Like, I sleep the same time every day. But yeah, I still wake up tired. But that's because I sleep at like 1 or 2. Like special, like I got into trading, like stocks. And I mostly do, like, I trade Bitcoin and stuff like that. So, and they're constantly running, you know? Like every frigging day, night, name it. They're running 24/7. So that's been whoa, looks ugly. It's kind of like a downfall for me because I can't stop watching. What the oh, did I add a roof? Oh shit, I did. I forgot what I did yesterday. I'm sorry. Yeah? Well, I only do crypto because like I want to be able to see everything anytime I want to, you know. I don't want to have to guess. But it's been tough. Like market sucks right now. And it's okay, so the main problem is like it's so volatile. Fucking it's ridiculous. Does this look like a normal house, guys? Cuz I mean, to me it looks fine, but there's no flat area. So ooh, maybe this one would work. And oh shit, what the fuck did I do? What is that? Oh. Yeah. So what I've been doing is I would sleep really late and I'd wake up really early. So that's been my life. And I've been trying to go to the gym for the past like 3 fucking months. I mean, don't get me wrong, like gambling to me has always been like not my thing. I had a I mean, I have a family member who's a gambler, and you know, I've seen the defeat, but I don't know. I kind of like this. I think I've made the right decisions for like the past how many months. But, you know, it sucks if you like lose your money. Obviously, no one wants to lose their money, right? Okay, you're probably gonna laugh, but I've never played the slot machine before. I think I did like once, and it was like me passing by, and then I just did it, and that was it. But I've like, for me to sit down and actually like play, I've never done that. It's not my thing. The stocks is kind of like my thing. Does this look like a house now, guys? It does, right? I don't like this fucking white shit over there. See that white thing? I don't like that. But I guess it kind of looks normal. That's normal, right? Like, I can play poker, but I'm not gonna say that I'm good at it. Like, I'm decent. I'm a decent liar. Alright, I don't like that. I don't like that. Whatever the fuck that is. I don't like you. Oh, I can't even delete it, huh? Yeah, I can. It looks weird. I don't know why. I always feel like, you know, sitting there for a long time and just waiting for that moment of maybe you'll win something. You know what I mean? Ooh. Oh man. Does that look normal? It does, right? I think. Then we can actually add another room in here. And probably another room in here. Oh. You live near Atlantic City, though, right? From what I remember. Is it open? Wait, 45 minutes? Wait, hold up. Because I'm... How? Okay, so am I like an hour and a half away? I live in Parlin. And yeah, I would assume. Like, I would go to like... I would go to like, hold on, sorry. Sorry about that. Salem County in 45. I have no... See, like, I think you're so far that I don't know where you are. You know what I mean? Delaware. So where you're towards west? But like in the camera I'm pointing east. West? Oh, no. Yeah, so you're west but then like down south. Gotcha. Because you said Philly. I mean, that's kind of south. So, my boyfriend likes to go to Philly a lot. But it's been really tough going there recently because everything is closed. Like, there's no point. You know? Come on, give me something to put here. Oof. Does that look okay? I know I made this look kind of weird, but that's because it's a roof. That's fine, right? Alright, let's put a little bit taller. How tall do you want, mother? How many taller homes? Oh shit. This thing is fucking with me. Hold on. I need... This is room above. I want to change the trim. What? Murder zone? Where? I don't know what an ABS gang related is. Like, are you near Campton? Camden, not Campton. Yeah. That's tough. Like living in that area, I think. I mean, I think it's gotten better, no? Does that look weird? That looks like a house, right? You lived in Camden? Girl, you're gangster. You're gangster. For sure. Cause like I personally have never been there. You think so? See, like I've never been there. So it's a little, you know, different, I think. Is this too much black? No, right? Fuck it. I mean, it's my house. Who gives a shit what kind of gutter I put in this thing? So I want my house to look like this. Like dead ass. To have like black trims. I do need to figure out how to change that wall. Side panels. Let's do... Yes! There you go. Looks like a fucking house. Oh my god. It's so pretty. So, what would be the reason? I mean, is it still as crazy as people think it is down there? Because when you mention Camden, it's like, oh, what the fuck, you know? Like, it's a ghetto area. Or like, you'll never make it alive. No? What do you mean it's crazy? No, but it's crazy. Wait. Where? Excuse me. I'm from Jersey City. Well, originally I'm from Jersey City. Jersey City is completely different now. I don't know how long you've been there since the last time you were there. But Jersey City is quite different. I think it's time for me to upgrade my doors. Hey. It's hipster. It's so hipster in Jersey City. And they're so expensive. That's why I left. Like, I refuse. I refuse to live in Jersey City and pay that much rent. Because rent in Jersey City right now is ridiculous. Is this tacky? Yeah, right? Oh, whatever. Let's make that something else. Oh, maybe I'll just stick to white. So how much is your rent there? Because like I moved down where I'm at now because it's cheaper. Though I gave up typing. No, you're good. Because the thing is like back in I'll give it like 10 years, right? Like back in 10 years, that's cheap. That's really cheap. So in Jersey City, the place where I lived in, and this is before I even move back with my parents, which was last year, or no, 2 years ago. So my rent was $850, right? So my rent was $850. I never had a problem, you know, but still, my mom was just like, oh, you know, you should just like move with us, with your brother, blah blah blah. So I moved in, and the rent was $1850. All right, so that's me, my mom, my brother, my brother's wife, and his kids. It's like, you remember when I used to stream? Remember it was in the basement. I mean, my friggin' place is so much better now. Yeah, 1850. Well, it's divided by 4. So the rent was friggin' beautiful. I mean, I barely paid for shit. I banked everything. But, you know, I think my rent was like $450. Is it $450? Yeah, so I think it's like $450 or $465 or something like that. Or $475, and that's including utilities. It was crazy cheap. Look at my little town, my little mansion. Not bad, huh? Not bad. Now we gotta put some windows. I don't have that much money. I only got 20 grand. 20 grand now. Oof. No, I need a white one. Ugly. It's very tacky. Dude, I was banking everything. I was really banking everything. I had no problem. I had no issues. I had no. But now it's like, it's a little harder because now I fucking solo everything. From cable, electricity. I don't. The heat is covered here, so I don't have to deal with that. But it's going from nothing, from paying nothing, to like paying everything. It's kind of heavy. But the perk is that I was able to move closer to my. obviously I moved closer to my work, which is great. I don't know if this is a good idea. Alright, because that's a bathroom, but whatever. It's fine. And this one is cute too. I should put it right there. Right there. It's so pretty. But aren't they giving you like something now for disability or no? The government, I mean? Oh shit, wrong place. Oh my god, this is beautiful. I should have put that here. Ugh. Okay, maybe not. It's a little OD. Put that here? No, that's for a bedroom. Definitely this. Oh my god. Yeah, but you're gonna end up moving in like in the middle of nowhere. You really want to do that? Like, I was so close to moving to Maryland once upon a time. And the rent was cheap as fuck. It was like almost nothing. But like, I don't know. I always think about like, what kind of what can I do there? You know. And my mind is constantly thinking about like, you know, getting a business. You know, what do I need to get to that level? And don't worry, I'm still thinking. This is a bathroom. I can't really put. Maybe this. I need an appropriate freaking window for a bathroom. No. So, I know someone who actually moved to Virginia so he works in I think it's like a database, and his starting was pretty crazy. It was like 95. But yeah, you're in the middle of nowhere. So he used to do the same job, but he was in Jersey City. He was only getting paid 70. That's a big difference. That is definitely a big difference. This is the same thing, right? Yep. No, they're not. They're not the same. This is the same. Oh, it's so pretty now. There's a balcony. Damn. Well, glad you're okay. How did you crash it? Did you fall asleep? What do you mean you shouldn't? Oh. Yeah. Well, look, you're still alive, which is, I guess, the most important thing. Plus, you didn't hurt anybody, which is another thing. Because that would have been a disaster if you hit somebody. They keep fucking giving me couches. Oh. Oh, I was gonna say, what's ABS? Fat fingers, Luna, fat fingers, huh? I mean, I have a Discord if you want to just talk on Discord. Yeah, that's fine. Hold on, let me turn on my Discord. Actually, I haven't been going on to my Discord just cause. See, I don't know how long I haven't used my Discord. All right, where is my Discord? I'm gonna post it here, and we can go to general chat. How do I do this again? Oh. Okay. Hold on. I'll post it here. There you go. Oh yeah, you guys can join if you guys wanted to join my Discord. Doesn't want to talk, it just want to stay there. Yeah, I'm on general chat, so just go there. I don't know. You know, I don't know how I feel about this trimming right here. Is there a way I can take that shit out? Hold on. Let's figure this out.
Okay, someone push to talk right now.
That's fine. It's better though. So at least you don't have to like.
That's my.
Oh, you're cutting off though. Oh, you actually have been here before. Holy crap. I'll put your volume a little.
I'll fix it.
No, I got you. I'm also deaf. I'm just saying I'm also deaf. How the f do I get rid of this crap? Does that, oh, that's, okay. That's all I can do to add that. I wanna make this a different color. It's so dark.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah,
That
it's
should be better.
perfect.
If it messes up, let me know.
No, you're good. You know the funny part is like I haven't heard from you in so long.
Yeah.
And you just pop up. So wait is better. Alright, cool. I'll change.
I know it's. I literally my life has just become a snowball of I'm just gonna let it happen, and I've pretty much moved out of the way.
But do you still live in the same place?
Yeah, right now I'm still living in a shitty one-bedroom apartment down in Pennsville, which is Salem County, and the only reason I'm here is because I literally thought my mother was going to come home after she was taken. A bunch of shit happened back in Thanksgiving and Christmas.
But is that
Salem Memorial Hospital let her go septic on their watch while she was in there. Like, she nearly died. And it's grown exponentially on that part, but I have no control over it because I don't have power of attorney. But yeah, I'm still living in her place. But now I
okay?
gotta move.
Wow, that's kind of like tough. Is she kicking you out or no?
No, it's literally just, right, she's gotta go to a home. She could come back, but she is not communicating with me what she would need to come home, and she's doing that on purpose, which I get. She doesn't want to burden me, if you
But
want to say that, because she's literally completely not walking anymore, and she wasn't walking for a year, but she could still walk. Now she's lost 3 toes, and she just doesn't walk at all,
but
from what I understand.
where is she?
Mm. A physical rehab,
Okay.
but she has been there for 3 or 4 months and has not developed the walking ability at all. She should have. She only had 3 toes amputated. She should be walking again.
Is it maybe it's a choice? Maybe
Well,
she doesn't
what
want
I
to.
can tell is that the one she was supposed to get a stent in that leg, and I know it didn't take because they didn't get all the way through that artery.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's all circulatory. That's why she's not able to walk. That's why she's not able to do certain things, even bathe herself. It's sad.
And how long has she been?
February she went there,
Okay.
right around before my birthday. But she had all the amputations done over Christmas and the New Year's holiday. So it was one after the other. Like, she's still newly, recovering.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. It's still new, but she should be far more along than she is, and she isn't.
Well,
And I honestly, half the problem is that I was supposed to visit her last Monday or last Tuesday, and she had 4 COVID cases come up in that physical rehab facility. And New Jersey,
what?
at least in Salem County, we haven't had many cases at all here. It's the one county that dodged the bullet in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
And Salem, we barely had probably 300 deaths all year. I mean.
Oh,
And yeah.
and that's not
So
COVID related.
yeah, and this isn't COVID related. No, but the visitation thing became a problem because the visitors coming in had COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 weeks ago, three patients were diagnosed with COVID, and one that was released home.
Mm-hmm.
Not my mom, but needless to say, all visitation was halted.
That's
So that was the
insane.
last time I got to see her, and I've only seen her 3 times since Thanksgiving, which is heartbreaking.
Do you talk to her on the phone?
What if she could operate it? I bought her a brand new iPhone thinking she'd understand and just tell Siri to do everything for her. She doesn't understand it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it is, because you know what? The few times I've gotten to see her, I've shown her what to do. I'm like, Mom, just hit this button and say whatever it is you need to do. She'll do it for you.
Mm.
She never understood the concept. Never.
Maybe you should
I've
have
really
gotten
given
her.
up.
Maybe you should have gotten her like a cheap phone.
Well,
You know
here's
what I
the
mean?
thing. She had the Android, and the hospital that made her sick, or let her go septic, so to speak, on their watch, 'cause
Mm.
it happened over the 2 week span she was there.
Mm-hmm.
They lost not only her cell phone, but all the shit she came with, her credit cards, her. I mean, there's a major lawsuit pending on them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And the worst thing is, they won't even accept me, and that's my local hospital because I'm local now. And they
Mm-hmm.
won't even let me come in for fucking help because there's a pending lawsuit in my last name. I'm like, wow, I didn't think that went like that, but it does.
But that lawsuit.
It's a private hospital, yeah, so they can actually, for whatever reason they want, decline giving me help, and that's their fucking reason because I have a lawsuit pending in my last name.
But it's not you. It's your mom's, right?
My mom,
Okay.
yeah, but I actually am involved in that lawsuit because I'm the one that filed it. But I mean, still, like, come on, I still should not given health care,
Right.
and that's what the private sector does, which is why I advocate against it. I don't like either side of New Jersey's healthcare system, but I can't. This what's happening in the privatized sector is worse than what's happening in the non-privatized sector, like Inspira or Cooper or all those New Jersey names you know of.
Is that like covered in like insurance or something?
Well, see, that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's like privatized versus non-privatized,
Yeah.
whatever the fuck that means.
Well,
And in New Jersey,
I mean, those are
Cooper,
like facilities, either like you go
right?
public or private, but
But here's my difference. Like, okay, with Cooper, they have like a what do you call it, medical wing where they teach their upcoming doctors and whatnot. And Spira has that too. But then the privatized sectors do not. So they only hire like well-known doctors, well-known nurses. There's nobody learning anything. So that's just like complete shit care.
mm-mm.
You think it'd be better, but it never was. Even in the 90s, they were shut down for 6 years. This hospital I'm referring to.
Wow.
I mean, like, there's a lot of discrepancies going back. So, like, you'd actually have to, like, just if you Googled Salem Memorial Hospital, you'd see. For fucking, like, 6 years, they were literally closed down, and I mean the emergency room. That's the main operating function of a hospital, any
Mm-hmm.
hospital.
Yeah, yeah.
And the main vital organ was fucking cut off. The only people that were there were like long-term care patients for the like last half of the 90s, 96 to 2001.
And you can't transfer your mom?
Oh no, I got her out of there, but it took fucking 4 weeks. Well, 2 extra weeks on top of the 2 weeks that they hurt her.
Uh-huh.
It was terrible. And look, yo, what makes this so serious is that New York affiliate from NBC came down and interviewed me and a specific doctor that wasn't my mother's but willing to blow the whistle.
Mm-hmm.
But then in here lies the problem. My mom has no cell phone or any way to contact the outside world other than the stupid phone they give her, which is always busy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She hasn't even been able to contact that doctor. I'm the only one that's been in contact with NBC New York and the doctor, and they can't go forward without an interview for my mom.
But how are
They
they?
won't.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't blame them, but
That's so tough.
how are they what?
Like,
It is. It's just one fucking bad thing after another, and it's all corona related.
yeah. I mean, that definitely like makes everything tougher.
It did. It made everything so much more complicated. Like, we couldn't. I even showed up to Cooper in Camden, where she had the amputation, with this fucking NBC Sarah Wallace reporter lady behind me.
Mm-hmm.
But there wasn't anything we could do because there was so much miscommunication the day I showed up. It was the day of her amputation. They weren't going to let me come in there, you know?
Yeah.
Not with the news crew. And at the time, they didn't care. But when they got wind of everything, then they didn't want anything to do with it on top of it. So, like, the element of surprise was gone. You have no idea. I tried everything.
Well, yeah, because
And I feel like,
I'm sure they don't
Yeah,
want
I
to say
feel like-
anything. They don't want to say
Exactly.
anything that's gonna cause Uh,
They don't
co-
even want to fucking ripple their partnerships. You know what I'm saying? Like with
yeah.
other affiliations or hospitals. But the worst thing was there was nothing I could do about it. And once I was something I could do about it, I got cop blocked somehow in a
Mm.
way that I can't even explain. And it's all corona related. Everything that comes up is corona related.
Yeah, right
And
now
I'm
it's
thinking,
tough.
me and her are the only two people I know in the world that have never tested positive for it since it started.
Mm.
And yet, we're being cock blocked by it.
Well, there it's just a precaution, I'm assuming.
No, I
You
get
know,
it. I do.
they don't wanna bring it to the.
No, I do get that, but it's like I had surgery in September with that car accident, which caused an emergency surgery, hernia surgery,
Mm-hmm.
and then on top, like the dominoes fell because of Corona too. But yet it was Corona that kept us at bay from getting any type of recognition or reconciliation, even.
Yeah.
Like,
No, they're gonna make it tough
and
for
there's
everybody, definitely.
oh, I know. But the only thing that looks good, and this, get this, my father just died of cancer because he
Mm.
had corona and found out he had cancer through that. Well, he found out his cancer was that.
Uh
So,
huh.
like, they're gonna give the family, us, I guess, some kind of compensation because he died. Apparently, anybody that dies in 2020 and 2021 is corona related. Whether they were or weren't, it doesn't matter. You get some kind of compensation. That's what I've
Wait,
learned. So
your
we didn't know
dad
that
just passed?
in March, yes.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Like I said, seriously, everything came to a head at once here, and it slowly, it did build up to this. So like, I gotta say, not that I could see what was coming because I couldn't, but Christ, like, I knew something bad was coming. There was nothing I could do about it.
You
I had
know.
no idea what capacity either. I just knew that with all the shit that was happening, something worse was on its way. And now I honestly, and I'm not saying this to project, but I really do think my mother's gonna die in care.
Yeah.
I don't have a reason to believe she won't because I can't even fucking visit her.
Yeah. That sucks. Like,
You have no idea.
I mean, like, cause if I don't think it's like, I don't think that she's in a major danger, but
No, she's not, but she's being put in it, and mentally so, if you ask me. And what about my mental capacity? It's gone.
yeah.
Like, I'm saying shit I shouldn't say anymore to people that don't want to hear it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I am literally at my wit's end, and rightfully so.
Are you like the
I've
only
just
child?
been, yeah. Well, not my dad's only child, my mother's only child.
Uh-huh.
My dad had other kids from a
So you're basically alone when it comes to, you know, dealing with all that. And I think I lost you. You still there? I do not hear you if you're talking. I need a pretty curtain. So black would look good in white, gray, pretty much anything. But I like this one. I like this little. Yeah, I like that. Very small. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's so small. It's a little bougie. No. It's nice. Mm-hmm.
Hey, sorry about that.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
good.
I'm not trying to make this into any type of therapy session. It's just been a lot of bullshit in a short period of time. I've literally had no one to talk to about it.
No,
either,
I mean
which,
you're good. I haven't
and
spoken
it
to you
is
in a
that
while. I
is,
mean, you sound like you
and then
fucking
that
went
is
through
my
a whole
fault though
shitload
with
of
the
things.
But I did isolate myself, is the point I'm trying to make. Like, I did single myself out. But I thought I could take care of this on my own. I didn't anticipate it turning into the monumental catastrophe it did.
I mean, dude, whatever you went through is kind of like hell. I'll be honest to you.
Yo, and I'm still going through it. I hate to say that. And there's no relief right now. I'm honestly only maintaining because I adopted this beautiful puppy dog.
Oh, you have a
She's really
dog?
keeping my spirit like alive.
What'd you get?
I'd have done something stupid. I'd have done something really stupid by now.
What
Otherwise,
what kind of dog did you get?
half Westie, half Pomeranian. So if you can imagine that
Half
little
what?
white
Westie?
half Westie, half
Oh.
Pomeranian. Yeah, all white, all Pomeranian, half Westie. She's like a miniature white Pom. It's adorable. She's on my page if you look at it.
Hold on. Let me go check.
On whatever Twitch.
Wait, you keep changing your Instagram name.
Yeah, she's all over the Instagram. I did change the name. I think I put it back to Kush Cosmonaut, the one from 3 years ago, or whatever it was.
Wait, how do you spell
but
that
if
shit?
you go to my Twitch, it has the Luna thing, like who's Luna, and it talks about my dog. Because she's the reason I use that word or name. I mean,
Hold on, I'm looking.
and she's adorable. Like she's all white, all like looks like a Pomeranian, but a quarter. You can't even say half the size. A quarter of the size. Because she's so tiny. She's like that Westie, or if you want to put her in that category, what do you call those dogs with not much hair?
What?
She's
Chihuahua?
little like that. Yeah,
Wait,
Chihuahua.
wait.
She's the size of one.
What's your Instagram name again?
My Instagram, I only just changed it back to Kush Cosmonaut. Oh, Kush Kitty Cosmonaut. Sorry. Two
Kush?
H's.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. CITTEH8.
Oh my god, that is such a good looking dog.
I know. You have no idea either, because, like, everywhere I take her, like, 19 people approach me, like, what is with this dog? I don't know, but she's adorable and pragmatic and magnetic, and I don't even have enough words to describe her. Everybody loves her. And she
She's
is like,
pretty.
I won't give her up either.
She's a pretty dog.
Oh, she's beautiful. And she's barely under 2 pounds. So, like, it's nothing to take her everywhere.
I mean, the
with me.
combination is just... That's good.
I never could have... I couldn't have picked a better combination had I known what I was even dealing with. You know?
Because, like...
Perfect one.
The Westies, their hair is, like, down, but the ears aren't always like this.
Exactly. And not only that, whoever they did mate the Westie with was obviously mostly white.
Yeah.
Because she does have a blonde patch on her back and bottom, but it's so blonde that you don't notice it until you're in the sun.
But she could also, be like the palm part can also be white. You know what I mean?
No, there could be other breeds in there. I don't know.
No, because, like, she's a full white dog. I lost you again. How do I even fucking do this? I can't choose. This is a curtain? I'm looking for a gray. Oh, you beautiful. Nope, never mind. Just put that there. Actually, what the fuck is that? What's blinds? I am so indecisive when it comes to this. No, you're good. Charge your phone. Charge it up. Yeah, my phone is like constantly charging. Well, I let it drain and then charge it. Alright. I think I understood what you just said. I'm like, alright. That's fine. I need a short. That will do. Right? Yeah. I like this. Okay. I'll most likely be streaming again tomorrow anyway. So you're good. I know you got shit to do. Kiss the baby for me. I love dogs. Like, dogs are my weakness. Yeah, my dog just passed away. In January. Yeah, just hop onto Discord. Sometimes I forget to log in. I'm just letting you know. But you can always hit me up. You know where my Instagram is. You got this. Oh, look at that. It's so tiny. I want a gold bourgeois. Very, very bougie. Yeah, no problem. Oh, you look expensive. Oh, yes. Alright, I have 16 grand. No, I mean, I totally understand. I think I would go crazy if I were you. I'm not very good in, like, shit like that. I'm the person who needs a little bit of, like, time to think about things. And if I was ever put in that kind of situation, I'd probably go crazy. So the house is blue. And we want to make this. Oh. Looks expensive. Right? And then now we gotta do kitchen. Well, this is technically not the kitchen. You know what? I can actually make that a kitchen. It does. It pops up. It pops up on Discord. And my Discord is always open, obviously. But when I log in, when I stream, it pops up on Discord. So I'm gonna try to remember to log into my Discord. I haven't been using my Discord. Alright, blue looks good, guys. Yeah. So this is like black and brown, and I just want to make like Let's make it a little different. This is the second floor. So what I want to do here is make this a kitchen. So yeah, no. Oh, sorry. Usually I would announce it on like Facebook or Instagram, but I haven't been using Instagram recently. I'm kind of like trying not to put so much like stuff on Instagram recently. I'm basically building my Facebook page for now, and then work on my Instagram. It gets expensive, man. Like promoting both at the same time, that's kind of crazy. And yes, I do promote my page. ITSMISTIX. If you guys want to check it out on Facebook. I ain't got nothing there, not much. But I started. Okay. So this could be living room. And then we got a kitchen right here. We have one bathroom over there. And then kitchen and dining room. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. All right, let's do that. Like I'm probably gonna run out of money. That's cool. This second floor is pretty upscale. No, I totally hear you. I mean, I the only reason why I don't use my Instagram as much is because it's more like I'm trying to build a different like social media. Like I want to work on Facebook first. And it gets pretty crazy when you're doing both at the same time.
Okay, I'm back in here.
Hola.
Yeah. I had to turn my phone back when it died, and I didn't notice it was.
Yeah, I just
dying.
I always use like my wireless headphone or headsets.
Yeah,
and I just let my thing.
So, well, I walk around with a headset, like a third appendage or whatever you could say. I mean, like everybody, if they know me by the fact that she have a headset on, like that earphone mega headset.
Yeah. Like a headphone, like the one that I'm wearing. Oh, okay.
But you also have those really cool earbuds.
I have.
Samsung one.
Yeah, I have. I don't think I ever skipped a generation for those earbuds, like Samsung stuff.
Honestly, with the ear things, I didn't skip shit, but the phones, no. I skipped a few, but not many.
Ever since I switched to Note, I have not skipped. I change my Note every year, but I don't think they're releasing a Note this year, so I might have to.
Yeah, that was my problem in the very beginning, though, because I started with the Note 2.
Yeah.
And I remember there was no Note 3. It skipped to 4. 5, I don't think there was a 5.
There's a Note 5. There was. Yeah. Because I had a Note 5.
Okay, I had the 4. I know that.
Mhm.
I had the 2, I had the 4, and then there wasn't a Note 6. I think it was 7, because it was the one where the battery was exploding on planes. I had gotten. That was the only phone I didn't get a Note. I somehow bought the Edge or some shit. It was the 6th Edge.
So they didn't make Note 6. They made 7. So it's 5, 7, 8, 9, and then 10.
All right, well that makes sense because, like I said, I had the 2, I had the 4, but the last like Samsung I had in between that was probably the 6, and like
Mm-hmm.
I said, it was the 6 Edge. It wasn't a Note, and I know they had one.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just didn't have it. But I love the Notes, and I decided I liked them though with that Note 2. That was like
Note
that
2
was
was
where
like,
the tried and true.
dude,
Yeah, it was a
I
tried and
I
true
was on
phone
Note 2 for like the
for 4 years.
longest time. I did not switch.
4 or 6 years. Yo, I even went back to the Note with the Note 4 because I couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
And
I
just
skipped. I
liked it
skipped.
better.
So I went from Note I didn't get a Note 1. I got a Note 2. Note 2
Yeah, same
and
thing.
then I got a Note 5 and then I stick to my Note 5 until I switched off to 9. I didn't actually get the
Did
8.
you miss the Note 4 then? Because that was the best one.
No.
I actually went
I
back and bought it
I went on 5.
from the Edge 6 Edge or whatever.
Yeah. I didn't get that one.
I went and bought an extra Note 4 just to have it because it had everything I wanted. And then I bought that stupid Note 8. And then the Note 9 had everything I needed.
I had the
so-
Note 8 for like 6 months.
Hey, yo, you don't even want to know how many I had.
And I
'Cause
switched.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I switched carriers. Well, this is what I was about to say. When I switched carriers, they sold my original Note 8, thinking I'd get lots of money. You know, I got $200 for an $800 and some odd dollar phone.
Wait, who's your carrier? T-Mobile?
The best
Verizon?
carrier there was, Verizon. Yeah.
Verizon?
That was what the kick in the taint was, you know? Like, what the F, man? This is like the best carrier. The best phone. And
Well-
you're only giving me $200?
Yeah, now it's a little different because like T-Mobile
Now
is
they'll only buy
actually
Apple around here.
yeah.
They'll only buy Apple.
I'm not an Apple type of gal.
And the only reason I have an Apple phone is because I thought it would be better for my mother. And she's cursing me over it, and I'm like, Mom, you wouldn't even be able to work an Android today, so sorry.
That's
She
hilarious.
wouldn't. That's the sad thing. And she's not taking anything I say, even though her daughter, she paid for me to go to college for this, and she's not taking me seriously. Ah.
Well, you know what? I think that how old is your mom? How old
Too
is
old
she?
to decide for herself. She's 76, 75.
So the older that they get, I feel like they become stubborn. I don't feel like
What's
I
that? Say it
know.
again? No,
Like,
you're right. But
The
go ahead,
older
say it
they
again.
the older they get, they become stubborn. I know
Well,
this.
Not only that, though, I know what she's doing. She's trying to help me, but by what she thinks is helping me is hindering me financially and otherwise. Like, I don't even need to get into the other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, she thinks she's protecting me from not telling me certain. Like, I get it. She's probably not gonna get another good 5 years of life. That's what she's trying to tell me. But the sad thing is, I already knew that.
Yeah.
Like, I expected this 5 years ago. Sadly.
That's a really like sad conversation to get on with your
It really is.
you know, with your
And the saddest thing about our conversations that we've had it before. I mean, we had it 20 years ago. Rest assured, 5 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, either way, we've had this a few times. I mean, because I had my issues growing up. And that they were suicidal and mental issues. So we've already discussed this, you know, the death issue. And, like, it seems like ever since I decided that I wanted to live again, I mean, I say that just because the direction my life was going at the time when I was a teenager. Like when I decided to not do that anymore and be destructive and live,
Mhm.
so to speak, my mom seemed to take the opposite, but slowly. You know what I mean? The opposite resolve. Like she was all the optimist, and now she's become the pessimist in my life, and it was never the way before. She was always the optimist,
Yeah, yeah,
the one
yeah.
I could turn to for guidance, and now I've got to turn to Instagram, and I hate that.
Instagram.
Well, it is. You see why I'm posting half the shit I post. Obviously, if it didn't resonate, I wouldn't. You
Mhm.
know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you can take from what my posts have been over the past few years that I don't usually post it unless I'm going through it or
Mhm.
have gone through it.
I mean, it's tough.
And
I mean, especially with
and the
whatever you're
way that
going through.
I gotta admit that maybe it is my fault, but doing it alone is the fucking hardest thing I've ever had. And I thought for some way, I don't know how I thought this was gonna be easier doing it on my own.
Mhm.
But I honestly regret shutting everyone out. And that's family and everybody else. But if you knew my family, you'd understand why I shut them out.
But no, no. I mean, most families are like that. They give you hell.
Yeah, you're
You
right.
know.
You're right. But I never expected it in the worst. Okay, like the last time I needed my family, they stole from me.
Mhm.
So I'm really reluctant to ask for help again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, totally get it.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Like you don't know if you could you can actually trust them or not.
I don't. I know I can't trust them, and they might help me at first, but Christ, if they ever do what they did,
Mhm.
and that was literally, look, I was what? I think I had 12 years sober. We were burying my sister due to drug addiction, mind you. The
Mhm.
very thing I had 10 years at the time when we buried her. I had 10 years sober.
Uh
And
huh.
12 years later, my nephew came around. Tell me he was the one that killed my sister or his aunt. Yeah, he went and bought the heroin that killed her. And I'm like, okay, having this correlation with the one that he just stole from me while I was trying to find housing. Like,
Hold
I
on.
was
So
doing,
how
oh
many
my God.
siblings do you have or had?
Okay, I had two sisters one that would never speak to me
Uh huh.
until I was 21 years old, but by then it was too late.
Okay.
And the one that died after I was 10 years sober, who I hadn't spoken to since I was 21 and got sober.
Uh huh.
So for 10 years, I didn't speak to her, and she actually killed herself with the very thing that we stopped speaking of. Get that? That's some
What?
serious shit. She called me a straight out junkie. I was 19.
Uh huh.
And yes, I was at the time, but I was also a high school student that didn't know where the hell they were going.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know
yeah.
what I mean?
That's
And I'm
like
like,
given.
okay. 10 years later, fast forward, my nephew takes her to get high. He lives, she doesn't, and I'm burying her.
Yeah, that
Get it?
sucks.
Like,
Yeah, no.
wow. Yeah, and that's why I'll never go back to that. I've already been there. I've lost more people to drugs than I
Mhm.
have anything else. The only person I've lost to something otherwise than drugs is my father, and that was cancer.
Mhm.
Everything else was drug related. Everything. And that's family, friends,
Oops.
you name it.
Something
It was
fell.
drug related. Suicide or drug related. And they're the same to me. Because if you're doing drugs, you're committing suicide, whether you realize it or not. I've been there. I know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I don't doubt it.
No,
We
no,
all.
no. Yeah, I'm just saying. Like I even look. I tried to get into that
To what?
counseling shit and make a difference, but the truth is, these people aren't going to make a difference until they decide to for themselves.
Mhm.
And that's where I had to find that out for myself, which is why I don't discourage treatment. I'm all for it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
plant the seed, you plant the seed. It's there. But I don't agree with locking people up. I agree with help and not harm.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
at the same time, it's still a decision they gotta make for themselves. And I know that from experience. That's why I say that. And luckily, I had that experience early in life. And tragically enough, I had suicide, everything that you could, every traumatic experience you could experience as a 17-year-old, I did. I witnessed 3 dead bodies. I
Mm.
witnessed a car crash. I witnessed things no 17-year-old should. Let's just put
Yeah.
it to you that way. And if you lump it all in, it comes into that gang violence related type shit that inner city kids are used to.
Yeah.
And I was just one of the suburban kids that got caught in the fringes, if you want to call it that. But I saw this shit early on, and I corrected my path. At least I thought. But again, like I'm back at a place where, wow, 7 years on a waiting list to get housing because I don't have kids or a family.
Mm-hmm.
That's not right. There's got to be a better way.
Yeah.
7 years?
Did you?
I don't have another 7 years even by myself. I'll be living in the woods.
You think so?
Oh, I know, so sadly. No, here's the thing. That waiting list, when I got on it, was a 5-year waiting list. So when my name got called this February, I was like, wait, you want what and what and what? And all those people are hospitalized. I can't even get to them. They wanted a letter from my mother, and I couldn't get it. So they didn't want to help me.
Who's
They
they?
couldn't help me, is what they said. New Jersey low-income housing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't even want to get into it. It just was after fucking only a 5-year waiting list. That's all I went on.
Mm.
It took 7 years to get my number drawn, or whatever the hell you want to call it. And then when they drew me, I was like, yeah, my dad just died, literally. And my mother's quarantined in the hospital. How do I help you? Like, I can give you what you're asking, but I can't give you for the 4 other things you're asking. They want it.
Yeah.
Previous tenant history, that's with my mother. She's in a hospital, I can't give it to her. And then they wanted electricity and other shit. And that's all with her, too. Over the past 5 years, it's been with her, because I wouldn't have put myself on a waiting list otherwise. Unless I had a place to stay.
Yeah, but still, that's like tough. Cause
Oh, I know. And I've been kind of calling, but they seem to think I want emergency housing, and I don't. I want help with the housing I already worked up to 7 years of, you know? That's all I wanted, and they're still giving me help.
yeah. I mean, if I was in that situation, I guarantee you I wouldn't know what to do. That's for sure.
Well, I keep calling that 211 shit back, but they're so used to dealing with that emergency shit that they're not listening to me for what I need.
Mm.
And honestly, you know what? I wouldn't be calling them. And this is just me, though. I just wouldn't be calling them if it was... if it was an emergency, I'd say that, is my point, I guess. And when I talk to them, I explain it up front. Look, I was on this Glassboro housing list for 5 years. 7 years later, my name comes up, this happens, and they still want to put me in emergency shelter. I'm like, that's not what I'm asking. I don't need emergency housing. Give it to somebody, the next person who needs it. I just want help getting the housing I've worked myself up to.
Yeah.
And I don't seem to get that, and that's New Jersey's whole problem. You're either completely, what do you call it? You have absolutely no way to take care of yourself, or you do.
Well, yeah, especially right now, it's like, even if you want to talk to somebody, yeah, good luck with that, because it's not gonna happen.
Yo, if you want to talk to somebody in New Jersey, the best way to get anybody's attention is to tell them you're corona positive. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna fucking lie to people out there. Yo, honestly, if I had to go somewhere tonight, that's what I'd say. But I don't. That's what they're not when I call 211, that's what New Jersey, whatever is. When I call them, they want this emergency shit. I'm like, it's not an emergency. Help me get the housing I've worked for 7 years to get.
Oh my god.
That's, I know. I can't even begin to like. The last time I called them, which was on Friday, I was like, do you realize every time I ever have to call you guys or hit 211 on the dial pad, I cringe? Because I'm not asking for emergency help. If I were, I'd be at a shelter myself.
Yeah, yeah.
I know where they are.
Yeah.
I was like, if I tell you I'm living in the middle of the wilderness in Salem County, it's because I really am. And I chose that because I didn't want to be around a popular. Look, it's better than being in Camden. I'd have had Corona 5 times over.
Yeah, I mean, Camden's kind of crazy.
You have no idea. Yeah, you get it. Just going to use the bathroom, and I don't even mean sitting or squatting. I mean walking past a person.
Yeah, because like I remember like when people always say, "Oh yeah, you know, if you're going to Camden, be careful." And I'm like, "What the fuck? Why do I have to be careful?"
You gotta be careful.
But
yeah, I get it, and I get it because I grew up down.
Yeah,
Camden
so like you know how bad it is down there.
Camden was our like buffer between that and South Philly, or even North Philly for that matter. And then that was our buffer, and like, you know, people had considered like Camden worse than North Philly, and in a lot of ways it was. In a lot of ways it was.
That's so crazy.
Granted, though, the things you were looking for in North Philly were usually cheaper. That's the difference. But it was worse if you tried to do it on the Jersey side.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
I saw how bad it is in Philly, though.
It is bad in Philly.
Oh my god.
Sadly, they did. They took a turn for the worst and kept going.
It's pretty fucking bad. Yeah. I was like the amount of like homeless people they have there is just ridiculous.
But here's the thing, I wasn't surprised because it stretched all the way to us.
Yeah, but not like that.
That there was that murder suicide that same night. There was a double homicide the next town over in Kearney's Point. So my town had the murder suicide, but the next town over had a double homicide.
Oh my god.
And that's what was crazy. Like, this shit don't happen out here.
Yeah.
It don't. Not murder.
It's just scary.
People get hit. People get robbed. People get hit. People get shot at. That's not uncommon in New Jersey. We are literally the outer suburbs of Philly, even in the northern hemisphere of Jersey. So you're gonna get that problem anywhere you go. But when I started seeing regular homicides occur on the outskirts of even this town, I was like, yeah, because we have that same gang problem with one town in particular. Kearney's Point or Penns Grove, if you've ever heard of that. That's probably the one you've heard of.
You said
Penns Grove.
Kearney's Point?
Yeah, Kearney's Point and Penns Grove. Kearney's Point's where the murder-suicide was. Or no, sorry. Yeah. Wait. What did I say? There was like a suicide murder? Yeah. That was where it was in Hook Road it was supposed to be on. Pennsville, supposedly. And then there was Kearney's Point Garden Apartments had 2 homicides. That same night somebody got shot. Or 2 people got shot. And see, that shit happens around here, but not in the capacity it happened at the other day.
Yeah.
Not with the same timing, yeah.
Hold on, give me a second.
Like, Jersey, yeah, we have murders, we have that shit, but we don't have it like Philly does. And Philly has always had a high crime rate, but it's never been, you know, comparable to, like, say, Detroit or Chicago. And it's rivaling them right now, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Murder rate, I mean.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh.
So.
All right, Ambro. I accidentally unfriended you. So if you can hit that friend request again. But I know it's 7 there. You should go to bed. Get your beauty sleep.
Oh, I didn't mean to confuse him. Yeah, my dialogue is always off because
Well, he walked in at the middle of
not.
like
Yeah, yeah.
so he
He
has no
did walk
idea
in
what's
at the wrong.
happening. Yeah.
But
Good
not
night.
only that, he walked in on the mid of me saying that I wasn't in chat anymore,
Yeah.
and then me popping back in. So I'm not trying to be really. I was just trying to tell you what was going on without taking over your stream.
No,
But
no,
now
no.
you
You're
become
good.
my therapist.
You're good.
God.
I'm just
No,
like.
thank you though, just for even listening to me, because nobody, I haven't talked to anybody since Thanksgiving.
Well, see, that's like.
Aside from the few times we have spoken.
Yeah, like you came into my stream like multiple times and like I fucking went away.
Well, at first, like, yeah, you did because you were moving and there
Yeah.
were things going on. So I just kind of respected that
I mean, I was
boundary. And for
gone
me,
for a
I've had
while.
so much going on, I didn't even want to tell anybody. Because I'm only starting to let people in on it, and they're like, "Why didn't you say this 6 months ago?"
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
if you knew what I was going through, you'd understand.
yeah.
It really isn't even that. It's just the fact that I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed I can't handle this on my own. I'm embarrassed that I have to actually admit to having these weird feelings that I can't at least bottle up or transmutate into something else.
I don't think that you
Like,
should
I
be.
can't do either with. I can't bottle them up and I can't mutate them into something better. So what am I supposed to do with them? Just sit here?
Well, I don't think that you should be embarrassed for something like that. I mean, you really went through a whole shitload of
Because I
things.
do feel embarrassed. I don't know how. I just do. And maybe that's just me. I'm not used to explaining how I feel emotionally with and that goes for any type of environment,
Mm-hmm.
like therapeutic, gaming. I mean, normally I get to kill some people and I'm fine, but that's not even helping anymore. Is
Mm.
my point. I've reached the precipice where there isn't anything else I can do but talk, and the few things I can think of in the past that have helped me was talk fucking therapy, and I hate to acknowledge that.
I mean,
I
you did.
really
Have you
do.
ever went?
Yeah, plenty. I look, I do suffer from PTSD because of some serious shit that went on my senior year in high school. Unfortunately, I was dealt with a major car crash then
Mm-hmm.
that was nothing like the one I just dealt with. In fact, I wasn't even involved in that one. I witnessed it, and that was probably the worst of it. And that's when I saw one of my best friends from
Mm-hmm.
childhood decapitated.
What?
And that's where the PTSD comes. So yeah, my first friend I ever made in public school in the 5th grade, I found decapitated my senior year in October.
Wait, what?
Outside of my own house in a car.
What?
Like, yeah, he had a car accident. He had a car
That's
accident.
insane. And you saw
Yeah.
this?
Yeah. It
That's
was really
fucking
bad.
traumatizing.
You have no. I've talked about it 100 times, and this was back in 2019. Or I'm sorry, Jesus Christ, 1999.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said
We're like, it was
2019.
just last year? What?
This was no. This was like my senior year of high school, and actually it probably have been 1998 because 1990. Oh, no, it is 1999. That Halloween because I graduated
Yeah.
that summer in 2000. So anyway, but yeah, it was traumatized. I don't need to give you the extent, but the car that friend was in was driving 182 miles an hour, hit another car going whatever that was, and then broke a telephone wire pole.
Yeah.
He broke it at approximately 3 feet off the ground. The car did, I guess. And then the passenger back windshield pierced through that, and so did my friend's head. So, and I hate to say it, but I was the first one to go into the car trying to get him out.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
it was like that. Yeah. And I had like 4 flashlights, so
I,
everything was viewable. And like there was even gurgling and shit, not to get into it, but yeah. And that's what really traumatized me for 10 years, was the noises I thought I heard.
shit, I'd be traumatized too. That's fucking
But
crazy.
anyway, we've gone past that. And then the worst part is, in 2005, this was only 4 or 5 years later, my fucking boyfriend commits suicide. Like, what the fuck? Like, how many traumatic things have to happen to a person before they, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
I
insane.
just feel like I've been given some shitty fucking lots in life, but I still do feel that they're given to me for a reason. I'm not gonna off myself. I'm not gonna. I mean, if I die tomorrow, that's God's will. I'm not going to be the one that, hurries myself into His arms.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's probably the only good thing that came out of all of this. Like, I had that horrible car accident. I've been in some terrible car accidents since.
Yeah.
And then when I was like probably on the brink of suicide myself, my boyfriend of 7 years committed suicide. And that's when I was like, okay, rewind. We gotta do something different.
Your
And I
boyfriend for
did, but
7 years. I would have, like, I probably wouldn't be doing what you're doing right now.
I still have problems with this, actually. I'm not gonna lie. I still have problems. Because, yeah, 7 years is a long time.
That's a
And then
very long
what makes
time.
it worse, here's what makes it worse: the fact that we knew each other at a younger age, but just don't really conceptualize it. Because, in other words, when he was about 5 to 8 years old, my father cleaned the swimming pool he belonged to, so we went there for free too. And so we remember each other in this young state of mind, but we didn't know each other intimately. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So we knew each other far beyond that too. So it's fucked with me as a person, and probably why I have no children and no real relationship today. I do acknowledge that. I just don't know how to get past.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's whatever happened to you is like everything is so traumatizing.
It's true, because, like, there's, like, a few people I've stayed friends with, men-wise, I guess,
Mm.
and there's nothing that would ever get me to want to pursue a relationship-wise,
Right,
you know?
right.
I really looked for it, too.
Because I feel like
That's,
after going through all that shit, like, do you really want to fucking invest on, you know?
that's how I feel. It's like,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
honestly, I'm happy, like, the way I am, even though I'm not 100%. I'm just, and I'm content with the
because
way things are, but things aren't going to stay this way, and I have to realize that.
I wouldn't say like give up and shit. You know what I mean? But like, I,
But
I,
it
it's
does give people the perception when I tell them everything about me that they understand why I am the way I
yeah.
am.
I mean, that's not hard to. It's not hard to understand.
It is if you don't tell them
Yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah. No,
I look like a lesbian or a giant bull dyke, and I'm not trying to be discriminatory,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah,
I do look like that from the outside. And the sad thing is that I'm probably identify with that non-binary thing
yeah.
more than anything, but it isn't even that. It's just that I haven't found anybody, woman, man, or otherwise,
Right.
like that can understand me the same way I understand myself.
No, I totally
If
get it.
that makes
I totally get it. I mean, if like I said, if that shit was me, I mean,
I think it's why people get like really like to just back off from me.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, when they get to know me, like once they start to know certain aspects of my life, they're like, "Wow, this bitch is worth more trouble than she's worth."
I would. I don't know. I honestly wouldn't know where to go, what to do after going through all that. I mean, I had one traumatizing thing in my life.
Hmm.
That's when I had my aneurysm, where
Oh
I almost
yeah,
died, and that was it. That was the only thing that I
but
probably.
Jesus Christ, think about that though. That's life altering. Why wouldn't it be?
Yeah, that like halted everything for me.
Like, the only thing I can even equate close to that is my boyfriend's suicide. Like, there's nothing else that I went through that would even equate to that. And his suicide, that's something that has nothing. That's outside of me. So
Hmm.
it's totally different.
Yeah, I mean that's
You
something.
know,
I think it's different when you're like losing somebody.
the feelings aren't.
Yeah.
The feelings, yeah, the
Well,
feelings are what is important, and that's where you come to terms with shit.
no, what I'm saying is like what happened to me is completely different from what happened to you because you didn't have like it's not yourself, like you're actually feeling a loss. With me, I just
Right,
got sick, you know,
right.
and like
I mean, at least with yourself, though, you don't gotta.
did I just lose you again? I think her phone died again. She was charging her phone.
Dag dag.
Dag dag.
I think I had to reconnect.
To what?
I think I might have had to reconnect because I walked into the bedroom. I don't
Uh,
normally do that. And it's not even far from the thing, but if I go into another room with, walls.
yeah.
But yeah, so you're not far off though. Like from what you said, like I just haven't really spoken about what's been going on since it happened, and it literally has been since last Christmas. I've just been, oh, my mom's gonna be coming home soon,
Yeah.
but she may not be. I'm understanding that today.
Does she have diabetes by any chance?
Yes,
Okay, that's
absolutely. Yeah.
okay.
No,
So
that's why she went septic.
that's why she's
Exactly.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, that
This
makes
was a whole diabetes episode. Like, uh, she had stent put in her heart and her right leg, but her left leg, or I'm sorry, her left leg had this state. Her right leg did not. It was too calcified.
yeah.
And
So
then,
that's
yeah, she
very
broke her
very
toe. Right, she
dangerous.
broke her toe in Thanksgiving, and nobody really paid as much attention. This is where they're at fault, but they didn't pay as much attention because they didn't even know she was diabetic. Although you could look at her and tell.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, they didn't, and it got worse. And I find them negligent in that. But that's neither here.
Yeah. Good. I mean, you're getting like you got like a police report and everything for that, or how does that work?
I'm well. First of all, I'm disabled because of PTSD, so you gotta keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already getting a check. My mom gets her retirement and pension.
Mm-hmm.
So she worked her whole life until they bought her out, and that was the Catholic diocese. She was a school teacher, so
Mm-hmm.
that's why she doesn't get nearly what she's owed today. She's a lousy $200 or $400 a month from the Catholic diocese, and they actually owe her probably 2,400 a month
Mm-hmm.
in realistic. But they don't give that to her, and that's the difference between working for the man and working for God. Heck
Yeah.
yeah. if you want to call that God.
Was that what do you call that kind of like like it's a Catholic school you said, right?
Yeah, Catholic. It was completely. She chose to work for Catholic diocese
Mhm.
in high school. In fact, if you want to know the whole thing, it was actually interesting. She learned to get her how she got her job. Um, Out of high school, she was given a grant or tuition program, which let her work right out of high school
Mhm.
with um, younger students, like kindergarten, I guess, through I think it was fifth grade. Anyway, she had the free reign of that, and it only took 4 or 6 years, and she had her full diploma, everything. St. Joseph's University, too, which is a highly reputable school in Pennsylvania.
Mhm.
Um, she got it all done with like 4 years to spare, too, that they gave her. So she was high end, whatever. It didn't matter, though, because inevitably, 48 years later, they'd buy her out and give her 200 a month. And I just don't see the point of that.
Mhm.
I mean, it's the work and money.
Yeah.
That don't even pay off what she put into that school district shit. That was a lot of money.
Yeah.
And it wasn't paid for. She paid for it while she did it. And that's probably what hurts me more because, like, the few things I've gone to college for, I've had forgiven or I've had transferred into a different type of, you know,
What kind of
goal.
what did
Goal.
you major in?
Major, there you go. Goal, major, whichever. Like, I switched my goal 3 times. I went into school, I wanted to be a drug counselor. Well, that changed probably within the first year. I was like, no, I can't be bothered with this. If they don't want it, they don't want it. And I don't want to push them into something that they're just going to fail at.
Mhm.
And that's the truth. So I ended up curbing it to art therapy. But I do want to still finish this degree too.
Mhm.
This is not a half-assed thing of mine. But that's where my housing and everything clashed. The housing I was trying to get was to go to school there because I am eligible to go back for free.
Mhm.
And that's why I'm specifically fighting to go back to this town.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
have a university, a state-run university I can go back for
Mhm.
free, and that's Rowan. Rowan is you
Rahway,
have
yeah.
to look it up. Yeah,
No, cuz well, I know that because I live like very close.
yeah.
So, I'm familiar with like I'm starting to become familiar with the places
That's
around here.
why I said the college, because most people are more familiar with the college's restful,
That's still
the
kind of far
area.
from you
They're like
though.
whatever.
I think that that's still kind of far from you, no?
No, it's about 14 miles one way. It's not far at all. Believe it or not, the only thing that makes Salem County so hard to live in is the fact that everything's 10 miles out of range.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like, even the mall is 12 miles away. So, it becomes a problem real quick,
12 miles?
even when you're not.
Wait,
Yeah,
what's the
12.
closest mall there?
Deffert Mall.
Is that the one by Atlantic City?
I guess. It's on the verge of there. It's on 55, if that's what you're asking.
That's really far.
55 is part of the Atlantic City route, even though it's 47 to me. Um, but yeah, no, Deptford's the closest mall, and I know that's what you're talking about. I just do. And that pretty much brings, if I were to get on the exit for that mall,
Uh-huh.
that's where it was I was supposed to move.
That's crazy.
And that was in Christmas past. But I didn't, so I'm screwed.
Like I
And I can't even get back to that. I can't even claim because of fucking COVID, which isn't there. I feel like I should be able to claim something to
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
why I couldn't, and they even knew at the time why I couldn't. That's the worst part. I told them I was in constant contact I'm like, listen, my mom's like hospitalized and I can't see her. How do I get this?
Yeah, yeah.
I gave her my birth certificate. I gave her my social security card. I gave her two bills in my name at the current residence that I don't even technically live at.
Mm-hmm.
It's just bills my mother put in my name.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow, this isn't enough. And she's like, no, we need something from your mother. I said, well, she's just as much dead as my father, who was pronounced dead on March 8th. I can't see her. It's the hardship. They
So,
just don't seem to give a shit.
well, honestly, I think that most states are using the COVID as a reason to kind of like,
No, they are.
to kind of like,
But they're also using it to help people. That's why I know that this particular circumstance could be different. That's why I keep kind of like every time it comes up with them and other people, I'm like kind of reversing it
mm-hmm.
or rewording it, because this is one of those conditions that, look, the one thing they want is from somebody they can't even speak to.
Mm-hmm.
So where's the fairness, you know?
No, I
Like,
totally
yeah, you
get it.
could speak to them on the phone, but that's not in writing. That's not anything you're asking for.
Yeah.
And I have been arguing with this since February. I just don't know what else to do. And I'm actually out of, I honestly don't even care anymore. Like, I'm just hoping another door opens that doesn't,
I'm trying to
you know,
figure, like, trying to see what
there
other.
really isn't. I called that 211 number. I've called the numbers that people tell. I've been in and out. I even volunteered to those stupid shelters back in the day, thinking somewhere down the road it would help me in the long run. But guess what? I'm still sitting here because I have no kids, and that's literally my problem. No family.
Yeah.
No family I made, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is that
in
like
New Jersey, you have no rights if you have
Frosty
no
Nips?
family.
You really, girl? You just freaking followed me now. God damn it.
But it's true. I mean, look, I didn't want to have children just because I needed a home.
Yeah.
I had the same crossroads, whatever you want to call it. It came to me at like 28 years old, and I was like, no, 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 no. I refuse to believe that me giving out the one way they want me to go, which is spread my legs and have illegitimate children.
Mm-hmm.
I said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm refusing to believe that that's going to help me in the long run. But sadly, that is what the, the state is saying. It
That's.
really is.
Hold on, give me one
And
second.
I should be commended. If anything,
But like the thing
I'm
is,
not.
like, did they give you any reason why?
Yeah, I'm not. This is this literally from the algorithm thing they set out on the internet. I'm not a contributing member of society.
Of what?
Of society. I said because I pay my taxes and vote for a president I'm not. And they said they didn't say it, but I said it to them, and they agreed. I said, what? Because I didn't, push out a baby at 22, I'm not a member. And they did actually. They didn't say it, but they might as well have. Like, if I could actually,
But why would they
wish
say
I could
something like
find this
that though? No.
email. If they don't say it like that, though, you know that. It's that shit they say, like, oh well, Uh, how long have you worked? Well, I worked up to 2011. That's when I stopped working, got on disability.
Mm.
So, like, I don't know, the stupid questions they ask then. But it all had to do with whether or not I wanted to have children, and I didn't see the relevance. And everything New Jersey asks ends up at that. Are you a single parent, or are you a are you a parent? Is probably the best question that New Jersey asks. And if you're not, they don't give a fuck. They're not helping.
Wait.
And the only time they help is if you owe child support or are the legal custodian or guardian of the child.
That doesn't make sense.
What?
That doesn't make sense. Why would they?
No, I know. It never has to me. I mean, this their whole logical stance on, and then this is the whole countrywide. The
Mm-hmm.
whole logical stance they take. I went by that and I was like, all right, I'm not gonna have kids just to fucking save myself from being home. Okay. On top of that, I also knew I was on some, I don't know, antipsychotic behavioral medications because of my mental status. That
Mm-hmm.
was the other reason for me not having children. And in making, I think, what was the right decision ends up fucking hurting me
Mm-hmm.
for housing 10 years later is not fair. And I've literally been able to prove this four different ways, but no way that they'll ever help me with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've gotten extra food stamps out of this. I've gotten extra help money wise, but I've never actually gotten housing, which is all I require.
I think it's very
I'm
hard to.
still. It is. It's a catch-22, and the fact that I'm sitting here, living under my mother's name because she's in she's dying. It
Yeah.
just it blows my mind. It blows my mind.
So what's your plan? Let's just say something happen. I don't wish that anything
I know,
happens to
no.
your parents,
I've
okay,
already
or
been.
especially your
Yeah, no.
mom. You know.
So worst case, something happens. I'm no different than I am up here. Worst case is though I have a year. Well, best case scenario, I should say, is that I have a year to decide because my mom did just renew her lease. However, if they decide to not allow it to go into effect, I'm just completely homeless. And the worst thing is I'm even more homeless because I refuse to let go of my dog.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not gonna go into a shelter. I'm not gonna go into I normally I've been homeless before many times. I've always had a car.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
This is gonna be the first time I didn't even have that. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have nothing, no answer.
You're unable to work, right? Mentally.
No, no, I can. I just can't work more than 25 hours a week.
More than 25 hours a week. And
That's not, yeah, it's not a case of I'm not able to. It's a case that I will lose my medical benefits if I work more than so many.
I see. Okay, yeah, yeah. And not a lot of fucking places
And honestly,
offers.
I'll lose those. And if there was some incentive, like to better benefits, of course I'd lose them.
Yeah.
You know, and I do have, um, you know, college credits to back up what I say, educational wise, plus
Yeah.
work experience, but the work experience was hosted in 2012. So yeah, there's been like what 8 years, 9 years of that without.
I'm trying.
That's a long time. You can't. I'd be better off working at McDonald's probably.
I think
I
it
know
depends on like what kind of stuff you're gonna be doing, because
Mhm.
like when I had to go, I obviously had to go through.
You're right.
Well, I stopped working for a while actually for, I think, I think 6 years, 67 years because of my aneurysm. So
Yeah.
I couldn't work physically, right? Because I was still like doing rehabilitation, um, for my leg, and actually it's my half of my body was like completely paralyzed. Not completely paralyzed, but I
Yeah,
can't
was
feel
gonna
it.
say, didn't you say you were paralyzed?
Yeah,
For
like
most of your body?
I can't feel it. Like until now, I
Yeah.
still can't feel half of my body. Um,
That's crazy.
yeah, but like you know, you kind of get used to it
And
as
you're
long
not
as
the only one I've known like that. Like my mom had a girlfriend early on that had a she didn't have an aneurysm. She had a major fucking stroke
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
lost half her. And
yeah.
like he became she and she, everything was the complete opposite. Left, right versus everything. He and she was she and I don't, you get me.
It was a like he oh I don't know I don't
Yeah,
know
like she was
she
he and he was she and it was just everything was opposite.
so they did
And
like a
that goes for
transition.
her physical, yeah, including her physical transition. She only had cognitive ability on her left side,
Yeah,
which means she only had her right or left side of her brain because the right side, I don't know how it goes, but you know better than me.
it's
But
the
you're
other
right.
way around.
She could only use half of her side of her body, right?
Yeah,
And like but this is what's pissing. I mean, and infuriating me. Like on my mom's argument, she's sitting there saying that I don't know how to take care of somebody. Jesus Christ, I took care of her best friend after that fucking aneurysm or heart attack or whatever it was, stroke, and she had no, she couldn't even walk. We had to walk with her or hold her
yeah,
or
yeah,
put her in a walker. Like,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
I'd push her to the like we didn't want her to like stop enjoying the beach down
yeah,
in South Jersey. I'd push her to the water in one of these big beach wheelchairs. They're really hard to push.
yeah.
And yeah, and my mom's sitting here now though, like half fucking whatever. I don't know. I can't see her or talk to her. And she's like forgetting that I did all of this for her friend that I could do for her.
Yeah.
And that's what's probably the most hurtful thing is that I went out of the way. And I honestly can remember doing this for her because I was trying to prove to my mother that if anything happened,
Mm.
I'd be there for her.
Of course.
Doesn't matter now though because like she's completely forgotten it.
Is she? Is
Like,
she? I mean,
I don't know.
maybe she
I
just doesn't
swear.
like what you said earlier. Maybe she just doesn't want to give you the burden. Like she doesn't want to burden you.
I
Period.
would love to believe that, but part of me believes that, but the other part of me believes that her friends are whispering something else in her ear that I'm not even aware of.
Hmm.
Because she is refusing to come home to me, and this is new. It's not even like her. It's almost as if she had another stroke.
Yeah.
But I know she didn't because I've actually gone over the CAT scan. But it's almost as if she's had another stroke because somebody is talking to her about something that has nothing to do with what should happen.
Wait, she had a stroke before?
Yeah, 2006. And it was, at the time, we thought it was so mild that it was bigger than we could have ever imagined. That stroke sent my life into a tailspin that I've still not recovered.
Mm. Yeah. Like.
I can't even start that one. She put, in financial terms, she totally took my credit and ran with it. Pretended she was me.
Yeah.
And took out 9 fucking things in my credit I can't fix. I mean, like, the only way I'll be able to fix is to claim bankruptcy. I can't do that right now.
I'm actually still
I,
fixing my credit now. I haven't. The
honey,
thing is like because I
here's
got
the
sick.
sad thing. I've actually had bankruptcy before. I
Mm.
did it 3 years into my credit. And I probably didn't need to then, but I was desperate.
Yeah.
And I did it. And I could afford it. But here it is now that I actually fucking need it, can't afford it. Because it costs money to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
And that's my point. Like, the one time I probably could have paid my way out of it. And I fucking filed for bankruptcy like an idiot. And now I need to file for bankruptcy. Yeah.
It's kind of tough.
I'm ready to scream. Like, that's why I'm just starting to. I can't even believe I'm telling you this.
No,
Like,
you're good.
honestly, you're probably the last person I even, and it's on stream, but it's okay.
I mean,
But,
that's the thing that people don't know you.
sorry, exactly, I know. But, like, honestly, it feels good because I haven't been able to talk about this since Thanksgiving last year. What's that? Fucking 9, 10 months ago?
Yeah.
I haven't been able to talk to anybody. And that's my own fault. I do acknowledge this. I chose to isolate.
I
However,
think
I
you get.
also noticed when it was time to unisolate, but I didn't know how to reacclimate myself back into society, I guess.
Cause like what? I don't know. I'm very
I
picky
know
when it
you
comes to
know,
like my
though.
friends, right?
Yeah.
But like, I think I'm at this stage where I can't go out for a long time anymore.
Oh, I
Um,
can't. No, that's the thing is though here, does um what's it called? Agoraphobic. Does that run in your family? Because it runs rampant in mine.
agoraphobic.
So
What is that?
agoraphobic, it means you won't leave your house
Oh,
for any reason.
uh-huh.
And
Mm,
I
yeah, not me.
honestly, I did. Well, I blamed Corona on it at first until I was reminded that my oldest sister, who I never knew,
Hmm.
and that's neither here nor there or any reason, it has nothing to do with this, but she was an agoraphobic for 8 years. She wouldn't leave her apartment. So, needless to say, um, before my father died, he got me branded with that
Uh-huh.
agoraphobia, which is fine. It helps me in the long run. But I'm not really that. There's a difference. And I'm not going to get into it right now, but I am an agoraphobic. Actually, in every defined way you can put it, I am that. When it comes to any meaningful reason to leave your house, I look for an excuse not to. Which it does sound like everybody at first, but when I get more into it, it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, people won't leave their fucking door to pick up paper. People won't go outside to check their mail. Now, I'm not that crazy
Mm-hmm.
on that. But that doesn't mean that I don't do things similar. In
Yeah.
other words, I will let 4 to 5 days go where the mail gets delivered before I check it. That's similar. You know what I mean? Like, you
So,
see the similarities? Like, yeah. You start to see things and you're like, well, I'm not exactly like that, but you're damn well borderline. Yeah.
yeah.
Uh, but yeah, I love the delivery aspect that came out of quarantine, but at the same time, it's still not readily available for everything here.
Yeah.
Even in Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, I mean, I think I got 3 things I can get delivered here, and maybe if I was in Camden County, I'd have like 33,000 things, but Salem's like maybe 3. It's a very rural fucking farm country type,
How
there's
many
nothing,
how many
is my point.
so how many
Anyway, but,
how many like
hmm?
how much like how many people lives in that town?
More than you would probably think, but not nearly as many as you may guess. Uh, I don't know the official number, but I can tell you that 2,000 people tested positive over the past 3 days, and only 13 died
Ooh.
of corona. If that puts it in any kind of perspective, because I think Camden's more like 4,500
Mm-mm.
instead of 14, minus 40 to 500, no, 40 to 100 people dying in a day. I don't really know. I'd have to actually look it up. I'm only doing a rough estimate, but only 13 people die in the county yesterday.
What?
I think it's good considering most numbers are in the 30s or 40s.
Let's actually Google where you're at. What's the town again? Salem?
Pennsville.
Wait.
Pennsville. Yeah.
Pennsville.
Pennsville, New Jersey. Yeah. Pennsville. P-E-N-N.
NSVILLE.
Yes.
Okay.
L-L-E.
I want to see where exactly this is.
So, like, it's like everybody else, but this county, out of every county except for a few other uh, fringe counties, if you can call them that, but I don't consider Salem a fringe county. That's why I don't usually consider that. But we
So
missed
is this in
all the major bullets.
You're in Philadelphia right now?
No,
How come it's saying Pennsylvania is in?
All right, where are you? I don't even see it on the stream. Are you on now?
No, actually here. I'm
like
checking Google
maybe
Maps.
I paused it. No, I mean the stream that I was looking at.
No, it's there.
Look up Salem County, Pennsville, Delaware Memorial. Look up Delaware Memorial Bridge.
I see it.
That's the. You want to see literally where I live? Delaware Memorial Bridge.
No, that's a nice town.
Yo, you have no idea. It's fucking expensive to live out here. I'm not kidding.
Okay,
I
because
love it out here, but I can't afford it.
When I used to smoke cigarettes, I used to cross that bridge and right across it just to buy cigarettes.
Everybody else in New Jersey. Yeah, I know. When I tell people where I live, they're always like, "I know where that is," and I'm like, "Wow,
that is a beautiful town."
No, it is. It is. You're right. It is.
No, now that I looked at it, I remember.
I don't want to live here. I've lived here for 4 years now. I hated it, and I grew up here. So, trust me, this isn't like I'd rather live in Camden or Gloucester County. If you had to pick one, it wouldn't be this.
Do you think that it's because it's expensive? No, you said.
Yeah, it's more of a racist county. If I have to be completely outright. Even with the Asian thing, which is why I'm so adamant about it. Because if anything, I have Japanese family, but they were married in, but still, I would never fucking invite them back here.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and not only that, my mom grew up giving some of the Asian families, she gave them better, I don't know, more accountability even, I would say, with their kids. She was tutoring them for pennies of what she would charge other people, but because they were so damn smart and she saw that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. She wanted to get that.
Yeah, no, she just wanted to help kids that wanted it.
Yeah. No, I'm saying to basically help them grow. And
I got to know them through that and the different cuisines around here and Camden County, sorry. And that's how I got to know all the different types of Asian cuisines too. I love to give my background about this because my aunt is Japanese, but that's not where this started from, and I'm not Japanese. She just married into that, you know. My uncle married into that, but I found my niche food-wise through the Asian.
What's your favorite? Which is your favorite Asian?
Honestly,
Asian cuisine. You can only choose one.
Location. If I had to choose one, it's Thailand. If I had to choose two, though, it's the Philippines and Thailand.
Thailand? Oh my god.
Thailand or the Philippines and Thailand if I could choose two. Because I love Filipino barbecue.
I have to say though, our barbecue is pretty. It's on point.
No
yeah, it's on point.
You already know. You already know. You can't not fucking love that.
I don't think I've ever
you guys turned me on to cuts of meat I'd never normally eat.
Yeah, I personally haven't found any barbecue, not ribs barbecue. No, I'm talking about actual stick.
I know what you're talking about.
It's good.
No, they get really weird with the barbecue, and that's what exactly. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about barbecue ribs.
Yeah.
Christ. You
Like,
guys have no idea if that's what you think I'm talking. I know you don't, but
this is true story, guys. If you guys ever want to try
Yeah.
like barbecue, like definitely try
Filipino
Filipino
barbecue is
barbecue. Is
where it's
like
at.
it is good.
I
Just
mean,
saying.
and if your town has any kind of skewer Asian barbecue, it came from. Maybe not exactly, but it came from.
Yeah, our barbecue is
Usually,
very sweet,
it's good.
and it's like you can. It's almost like steak, but you know how steak is very like smoky flavor. It's like that.
Yeah, and then not only that, you guys cook like the hardest cuts to cook. You guys make edible to me somehow. I
Yeah.
can't do it. I
No,
can't
I,
even do
I,
it.
I totally I totally get it. It's like there's things that we
There are things
prepare
I can't even
that
cook
people
or
wouldn't think
prepare. Yeah.
is like edible, but people are like, oh shit, that's actually pretty good.
A good example is if I were gonna compare like a Spanish cuisine to a Filipino barbecue, it'd be the oxtail that the Spanish people prepare here. It's
That's
not
my that's one of my
I know it's
favorite dish.
spicy. Wait. I'm not going for the spice. I'm going for the cut type thing. The meat. I'm trying to deliver a different meat thing. Just saying, like
Hi,
you
Rhino.
some meat wise, you would not think you'd like. They will make it a way you like it.
Well,
Is what I'm
oxtail
trying to say.
oxtail is very expensive. This is a very expensive meat.
But you know what? I never thought I'd like it.
It's amazing. Crazy.
Oh my god, it's great.
Yeah.
You kidding me? I am a strict pescatarian, and I fucking love oxtail.
Oxtail.
hate to
I mean,
admit
it's
it.
an expensive cut. It's not.
Yeah,
It's
but
not cheap.
that's what I'm saying. Like in a way for me anyway. Like Filipino barbecue did that to like the darker cuts of meat of
Yeah.
chicken or any other fucking anything you can explain that I would normally not eat. They cooked it a way I could eat it. That's all I'm trying to say.
It's a
Oxtail is just another way to say it,
wait,
but not Filipino.
Jenny. That's what kind of dishes is like Korean? I've never had any Korean oxtail.
No, I've never had Korean oxtail either, but I know there is something.
No, my friend Jenny
I see.
her boyfriend cooked.
I'm reading that
Oh, was
now.
it? Yeah.
I just don't really.
But I think he's
honestly
Korean,
never
right?
Had it, and
I think he's Korean.
I've never had it any other way but the Spanish, and I'd be so for it any other way because it's so good. And I need it because
there's this
oxtail
one
is what made me stop becoming a vegetarian
I
after 10 years.
eat that every Wednesday. That oxtail that you're talking about, the Spanish oxtail, every fucking Wednesday.
Dude, I haven't had it since I lived in Patterson. Okay, that's the last, and that was like 17 years ago.
There's
oh
a
my
lot.
god, I would die for it.
There's a lot of Spanish food. Looks very similar to our food, but
Absolutely,
like
yeah.
yesterday I was talking about this on my stream. I feel like Filipino food is basically the baby of Spanish food and Chinese food combined.
I kind of agree with that.
That's how I see
That
it.
makes perfect sense. No, it does. Because you also have curry and stuff too, which starts to get into the Indian shit.
Yeah. We're like a mix of everything. We don't have
Right?
I
I
originality.
honestly think you're the sweet spot of the area. Like, you have the best of everything. The Philippines is where if I could move, and everybody's moving out of there, I get it. But I'd move there if I could. Right
Well-
now, I would. If you gave me a hot Philippine guy or some shit, I'd fucking move. Yeah, I'm not.
Dude,
I
like,
have nothing to lose.
Philippines right
And
now
I know they're
is
looking
is
for
different.
it. I know they're looking for it.
It's different now. It's not.
Oh, is it?
I don't think Philippines is even considered as a third world country anymore. It used to be.
Not
like,
that
maybe
I
10
ever
years.
considered it that way. I just know,
It was.
States did.
It was.
I know.
But it's definitely not.
I did meet a guy, two Chinese guys opened a vape company around. One was from the Philippines, and I was supposed to marry him, but for money. And
Yeah.
honestly, it didn't work. But
He's
that
in the
wasn't the
Philippines
first
now?
time I. Huh?
He's in the Philippines now?
Did what?
He's in the Philippines now?
No, 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 no. He's not. His
Okay.
parents are.
Ah.
And anyway, it doesn't matter. I think from what I understand, he actually did find a girl to actually, and then down in Florida, like to actually have a family with, which is what he really wanted.
Mm.
So, which is why I kind of just hang on the outside. It wasn't the first time I was asked to possibly be a wait as a green card or
Yeah, yeah,
whatever
yeah,
it
yeah.
is. I've had this happen 3 times before. But yeah, no, he ended up marrying somebody he really liked anyway in Florida. So, and they were from the Philippines too. So, from what I understood, it all worked out somehow with
Yeah.
the visas and everything. But
Yeah, I mean,
I don't.
I think
I
I
just
think
wish I could move out of this country right now. I
my
just don't want anything to do with it.
one of my mom's friend was offering, was like, come on, like, marry me for like whatever, for papers, right? And I was just
Hmm.
like, no, because it's hard. Some people,
It
they
is.
some people never let go of the person. You know, they kind of form some type of like bond, quote. And I know
Well, it's
people
not only that
who
though.
ended up
It
like,
just. God.
some people, and like I know one person, and she's gay. Okay, she's not even straight,
Huh?
but she married this
What
guy
happened?
just to help out, and you know she got paid for it. And
Hmm.
next thing you know, the guy wouldn't let her go,
Oh God,
so
that's
she
the
had to
worst.
run away. I was like, man, that's so
Yeah.
crazy. And mind you,
Yo,
okay,
I had a friend at a high school that happened to, and it wasn't even about a green card or anything like that. The fucker was from London, England, of
uh,
all places, and he ended up being a sodomist, if you know what I mean.
ooh, yeah,
Like, he really. Yo, and the worst thing was that somehow he scared the girl into enough time.
that's crazy. Yeah, this is like, that's one reason why I would never do it. It's a scary thought. Did I lose you again? Yeah, I think so. Jenny, come on, you should play this game. Look at how pretty my house is now. And my character makes about $1,000 a day. I wish I make $1,000 a day. I'd be super rich.
My headset hates me.
Who?
My headset. I
Oh.
was talking to myself for like maybe a good 2 minutes before I realized.
Yeah, you cut
No, I had
off.
a friend from. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I had a friend from England. I don't even want to get into it. It was bad. This guy, I don't. They got married before they. I don't know. This was after the 90s, so you can imagine. You know, you kind of fall in love online and you think it's real.
Yeah.
And this was one of them early on things where you kind of knew it was going to work out. But anyway, needless to say, I'm not trying to like give a story, but she lost her hair over the stress that the relationship caused.
Alopecia?
They got married and they stayed married for years, but he was
Whoa.
sexually abusive.
Hold on. You see,
So you can
my
imagine.
stream gets dark. Hold up.
Hmm?
Alexa, turn on stream.
Alexa, turn on screen. Sorry.
There you go.
I'm gonna
Sorry.
shut up. Is it probably to listen to me?
No, cause I have my lights on timer. It does that a lot.
Yeah, no, that's why I realized when I started saying something, I was like, I shouldn't even.
Every
I
1 o'clock.
think she's gonna think I'm talking to her. But yeah, like no, I'm not trying to turn that into that, the stream into that thing though. It was just one of those things where it was the early '90s. We didn't know how to portray online dating at all yet.
Wait, which online
And
dating did you meet this guy from?
all I know is that she was in love with Bush, that band, and
Oh my
she had
god.
gotten in. No,
Swallow.
but this was
I know
yeah,
that song.
yeah, I know, but seriously, she got to meet them back in '98. I don't know the whole story, she met another guy that was roadieing for them. I don't, it doesn't matter, but they fell in love and for years became a couple.
Hmm.
When they got married, they were, going back and forth or whatever, and it only lasted 5 years after the official marriage.
Yeah.
But he or whatever was sexually abusive to her. He made her do things she did not want to do in bed. Is the what I all I have to say. And she lost so much hair over it. And if you knew this girl, she was probably the only white girl with really good, curly, kinky locks of hair that you were jealous of. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? She had beautiful fucking hair. So to know her at 29, to see her almost practically bald was, oh my god, it was kind of traumatizing if you knew her growing up.
I
Because
mean,
everybody wanted her hair.
was it because she has
It was.
alopecia, right?
No, it was literally because of that physical, abusive relationship. Is
Abusive.
what I was getting at.
So what do you mean, like?
She ended up losing her hair due to stress.
Yeah. So that's alopecia. That's definitely
Oh, oh,
alopecia.
oh! I thought that was an actual condition.
It is. It
Alopecia.
is. It is a condition, but it's
Like
caused by
stress
stress.
related?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
It's.
didn't know that.
Yep. You learned
All
something
right,
new
that makes sense.
today.
No, but I just started losing my hair, but it was a vitamin D deficiency for
No,
me.
like
Luckily, I found that out and took vitamin D, and it corrected it.
because like
But here I am thinking, honestly though, because she had endured so much stress, I'm thinking,
hmm
Jesus Christ, I'm gonna lose not only my hair but my mind because I already lost
no,
that before.
I know people. I think I know a couple of people who had it, and they're healthy. There's nothing wrong with them except their
Yeah.
freaking hair is just
Well, I
falling out.
know people with alopecia that it was hereditary too, which is why I was even more shocked to hear you
I
say
don't
it was
even think.
stress related because I thought it was actually
Nope.
hereditary.
I know this for
Well,
sure, just
no,
because
I
of the
believe you.
fact that she's like it's
Like I said, even the guy that
how do I
had alopecia early that I'm referring to, not even the girl that I'm talking about before,
yeah.
but the one that like at first, like he lost his eyebrows, eyelashes, everything, arm hair, pubic hair, everything, and that was supposedly never documented in his family before. So that's why I say I'm not surprised. I just didn't know.
Yeah. No, because my ex, remember I had an ex, her
Mhm.
cousin had alopecia, and
No, but yeah, I really didn't know that. I honestly thought that alopecia, in a way, was like an autoimmune deficiency thing. I don't
mm,
know why.
it's
Maybe I
not.
heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's not, then it isn't. I honestly just assumed it was, and with no, I have no reason to assume it either. I just did.
Like
At
we
least I'm
all
honest about that.
they all came to a conclusion that, I mean, there's really nothing wrong with the, like, I know a couple of people, not just one or two, like I think maybe like four.
I only know two people with it. Like I said, I didn't really know it. I knew when the kid had it, when my friend, I mean, had it from high school, had alopecia, that was the first encounter with it. We
Mm.
never found out why he had it. So when I know my boyfriend, before he committed suicide, had a small hair loss thing, but
Mm.
it wasn't on the nearly on the scale of alopecia at all. It was, I think, he lost one eyebrow or
Yeah, yeah,
half of
yeah.
his eyebrow. It was ridiculous. Like, dude, why are you crying about that? Like, seriously.
I mean,
If it gets worse, then like we'll deal with
yeah,
it.
but then like if for a chick, that's hard.
On what?
If it was for a girl, that's difficult.
Yeah, and it was a guy, so he wasn't even really caring. But he did care enough to go get it looked at,
Yeah.
which is how we found out about alopecia. And then, like
Mm.
I said, that's when my it wasn't even my friend; it was my coach's son, who was in my grade, so he should be my, but he wasn't. But yeah, like her son ended up having the alopecia, where he lost all facial hair, head hair, everything on its neck up.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the crazy thing, though. He didn't lose arm hair. He didn't lose no. It was from the neck up,
Neck.
and
No, no, no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
that's where they said it was stress related.
Mm-hmm. They
That
sh-
was where their argument, I guess, lied for it.
that's funny because they should know. They should know
Right?
exactly like what caused it. I mean, if you Google it, it'll tell you the same thing.
Oh yeah. The only thing nobody's been able to tell me about my blood
Hmm.
is because apparently, and I only found this out recently, so maybe things have changed. But I'm type O negative, and apparently type O negative blood's the only blood they can't.
They can what?
I They can't clone type O negative.
Well,
They've cloned every type of blood sequence there is on Earth, but type O negative they can't clone. I guess cell for cell, which I gotta say makes me feel really good because I know there's never gonna be a copy of me. you know?
well,
But at the
the
same
the
time, I want to know more about it.
I
Like you're asked, I know what you're about to say.
I
I have
think
the same questions.
I think that's the hardest blood to get.
It is.
So
It's
if
the
you
hardest.
have,
It's supposedly
let's
where we
actually
all may
Google
have
this.
came from.
Hardest.
That's what they like. Okay, I grew up throughout the 90s, early 2000s, whatever, knowing I was type O negative. So I've been through, okay, you're a, what do you think? You're a reptilian.
Mm.
I'm not a fucking reptilian. I can't shapeshift. I wish I could, but I can't. And if I could, I'd do it right now.
Oh,
Secondly,
FYI,
what were
type O negative band is really good. Just saying.
I know, no, I know. No, we're the universal donor. We're the only one that can give to anybody. I honestly didn't know my blood type's worth till after I had a miscarriage, having a baby. I had no idea I was this. It
See,
wasn't until I had a miscarriage, and the fact that I'm type O negative, I'm a high risk blood or pregnancy, I guess, because I'm not type A negative. So if I have a baby and by chance it's a positive blood type, it can kill me. But
yeah.
apparently this can happen with any type of blood. It's just that with type O negative, it's more dangerous because unlike everybody else can have type O negative blood, I can only have type O negative blood. Anybody can have any kind of blood. As long as
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
negative,
So
positive, whatever.
no, actually,
I can only have my own blood type.
yes. So for you to receive it, it has to be this. It has to be type O negative.
Exactly.
But
Yeah, which
you,
it just becomes a bigger problem in the end. But I'm not talking about that. So go ahead.
but that's also I think that's royal blood. So basically,
But no, yeah,
you
the
can give.
point was that it's supposedly if humans were engineered, if they were, the chances of this being the actual type A negative or whatever the type of blood they would have made the first person with is
Mm-hmm.
what they're saying. Like I guess type O negative is what they would have all been created with.
Well,
But
you can your blood can also give. You can actually give blood to anybody.
No, I know. I'm a universal donor.
Yeah.
Like I can literally stick a needle in my arm and give it to anybody. I mean, and I can because I have no diseases. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like the other thing though that what's interesting though is that they pinpointed it pretty much to type O negative and also O positive.
Yeah.
They were the original blood types.
Yeah. I think I'm an
Of
O
the
positive.
first human being.
But I'm also that's also the most like generic freaking
Like
blood type.
and I should mate with other O positive or negative blood types. From what I can gather about, if you're doing it that way, I don't love that way.
And
Obvious.
the hardest blood is AB.
AB negative is the rarest.
Yeah.
The rarest.
That's like the one that
That's why
you're
I
kind of
love
screwed.
talking about rare blood types, because mine isn't even the fucking rarest. But yeah,
But
I know about that shit.
it's
But the AB shit.
it is called the royal blood because the fact that your
Oh,
blood
okay.
can can give any you can give blood to anyone except AB, I think. Like
Well,
you.
trust me, I know. I mean, that's why I say, Mom, okay, my mom needed 2 blood transfusions. Not that I would give her one here at home.
Yeah, yeah.
But Christ, if there was any horrible situation to be in, she's safe here.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know? Christ, if she ever needed blood, I know actually how to transfuse it, too. I've watched Mad Max. It don't take a rocket scientist to figure out gravity will move my blood to her.
Mm.
I'm not trying to be like that, but seriously, like she did. She needed a blood transfusion last week, but I didn't even know about that one. And then one before when she had the toes amputated. She had an infection and she was internally bleeding a little, but it was because of a blood thinner.
That's
So it
crazy.
got fixed. But yeah. But I mean, like seriously, like that's why I'm so mad about my mom saying she doesn't think I can take care of her. She knows I can take care of her. She knows I can. She doesn't want me to.
Mm.
That's what I hear.
So
I
how are
hear
you?
she doesn't want me to.
So she has the house is on. Well, you're living in
It's
her
not a
house
house.
right now.
It's an apartment.
An apartment.
The house is that was foreclosed about a year and a half ago.
Mm.
So the house is gone. We had a house together that got foreclosed a year and a half ago. Technically, I can still get in it, but it doesn't matter.
Mm.
It doesn't. I don't have a way to transport anything. I don't even have a car. That's the sad thing. The reality of my. If I had a car, things would be so much different. I
Nice.
crashed that in September, sadly, though. I had a hernia and it ruptured during a car accident.
Mm.
That's where I am.
God, that's so much shit that you had to go through.
Yeah. I mean, and seriously, that car accident, I'm still even going to court over it. It's so sad. They're taking me to court over a vial of perfume. But if you know what Cowtown is, you probably have heard of it, but that's like a redneck flea market for bootleg bullshit. From CBD to THC to everything else, and perfume included. I had a vial of perfume called opium in my car,
Uh-huh.
and the police want to believe that's real opium.
Oh God.
Yeah, seriously, that's why I'm still fighting this in September. And the sad thing is, they don't even care that the rookie fucking cop didn't take me to the police or hospital. They don't care that I had a herniated fucking rupture in my abdomen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, you don't know the things they don't care about. And they literally are holding on to a vial of perfume they think's gonna get them a CDS charge. I said, you know what? Good luck. It's your burden of proof. I have to know what it is.
That's
It ain't
crazy.
nothing more than fucking perfume you put on the, pressure points of your wrist.
Did they
And it was
did they give I mean they pick you
they
up?
sent it away. Yeah. No, they still charge me with CDS because they can't prove what it is the minute they arrest you.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, it's been proven to be not be a CDS charge. It's proven it was perfume.
Wow.
It doesn't matter because the court. I think you saw me point. Maybe you didn't. On 420, I posted about me sitting in the courtroom for this particular case. I was smoking a joint that was packed with at least an eighth of weed.
Uh-huh.
And I took
Damn,
a picture
girl.
saying me
What?
in court, 420, holding on, and I get just as me in a picture. But yeah, I'm at home on a Zoom court fucking photo.
An eighth?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. At least 3.5 grams. If not, man, that might have actually been 3.5, 3 grand. If I thought about it, it was more like a fourth. It was a lot because they don't sell our normal cones around here. They sell those fucking king size cones that fit like a whole fourth of weed in them,
That's
like a whole
insane.
3 grams. So I had this fucking cone, and I still been packing them like that. I just been packing them halfway. But yeah, I packed that whole fucking thing on 420 and posted about it. Sitting on Zoom court with my public defender, and I didn't even put that picture online. I have one of me, the prosecutor or judge, because they're the same
Hold
person
on,
in
I
my
wanna.
case, and then the fucking public defender and me sitting there. It looks like a cigarette I'm smoking, but any trained eye would know it ain't.
That's
And
funny.
I'm like, yeah, you know what I got in my hand right now? I'm thinking of y'all have no idea.
But you don't get in trouble anymore, no?
It can't. What the fuck they can do? I've had 6 years of medical marijuana license.
I
I
see, I
still
see.
have one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's not a damn thing they could do. But the funny thing was, it was 420. It was the seventh fucking court hearing of the year I've had for the same thing, and I was sitting there smoking a joint. It was just funny. Who the fuck is smoking a joint on 420 sitting in court
Yeah, like
this
what were the
year? How many
chances?
people can say that? I mean, I had to boast about it.
Like
I
what the
even
fuck?
took like multiple pictures.
Like what would be the
But yeah,
chances that's gonna happen?
I just thought it was funny.
That
But
is
the
hilarious.
sad thing is that the fucking public pretender guy comes back online. He's like, listen, I still don't have the police, whatever. I was like, here you go. Now you have it. The police, whatever they were looking for. I had a copy of it.
Mm.
I said, here's the problem. It says on the thing that I was driving on the median. There is no median where I was driving. There isn't even a shoulder on the. I was in the passing lane.
Mm.
There isn't even a shoulder on that side of the road. It's just a concrete barrier with 3 feet and then a line. There's nowhere to pull over your vehicle. And they swore I was passing somebody on the median.
That's
I was like,
crazy.
and you guys got the burden of proof here. So I'm not offering my evidence till you offer what proof you have that this even happened.
Mm.
And that's why it's kind of started back at the beginning from September. But I have been there every fucking time they told me since September. It's almost every month, maybe give or take a few months, like
Yeah.
a couple months in there. But yeah, I was like, dude, I am tired of showing up, whether it's online or in person. It doesn't matter. Because if it was in person, I couldn't even get there. That's a sad thing. But
Yeah, yeah.
it's like, Jesus.
You
Like,
can't drive, right?
no, I can drive, but I can't because I don't have a vehicle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So, but my point is this: I've been there what 6, 7 times now. What point do I get to declare this? You know, um,
Like good to
what
go.
do you call it? Yeah,
Yeah, like
just
dismiss
take it
it.
away,
Yeah.
dismiss it exactly. Because after so many times of trying to defend myself and they're not ready, I should be given the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
And that's where they're forgetting. And that it all has to do with this corona shit again. It's like the two places in my life that should be helping me are hindering me.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's with the court and with my mom medically.
That's crazy.
It's sad, but I'm not the only one though. So that's why I'm not so vocal about it either. It's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
I'm also not complaining about it profusely. I would be, but I'm hearing other people's complaints that are just as relevant as mine.
Yeah. You're
So
not the only
I've
one, I'm
just
sure.
no, I'm not. And I know that. But that's probably sadly that's one thing that's keeping me from being as local as I would be normally.
Mm.
The amount of people that are in the same predicament as me, regardless why, or regardless how it happened, All
Mm.
our situations, like everything was different, but we got here and we're here at the same point. Now we have to work together, and I don't think anybody's really found a way to do that yet. I mean, on our side, to collectively,
Mm.
we're still forced to find kind of fight these uh cases or whatever you want to call that on our own, and that achieves nothing. It's not until we can lump them into class action lawsuits that anything will be done.
Right, right. I really,
Luckily, I know how to do that too,
I really
but
hope
it's just
that,
taken a lot.
I hope that they fix that.
Oh, well, there will be more class action lawsuits. One of the main class action lawsuits that did go forward through Corona, and that's why I keep talking about this, is no matter how anybody died in 2020 or this year, 2021, and I can't speak for over the halfway point because we're
Mm-hmm.
coming up to that now, but from 2000 January 2021 January to now, if somebody you know died, they died regardless how they died. They died because of corona, and there is a way to get a payout.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know all the legalities of it. However, I do know my mom got some $800 payout for my father dying from cancer, but he did, he found out he had cancer through having corona.
Right.
Well, he had cancer before that, but he beat it, and that. But that's how I like using that as the example, because like it was a serious pre whatever illness that they knew he had, and they're still paying us off for it. Is my point.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh,
So no
Jesus.
matter how somebody dies this year or last year, if they died, you can claim corona and get some type of compensation. That's what I'm trying to say.
I didn't know that.
Not many people know that.
No, I actually did not know that.
No, nobody knows that really. Yeah. And if you don't file for it, you won't get it. And
That's fucked up.
I hate even mentioning this because I can't finish my thing, but there is people in Philly right now getting $20,000 payouts that are forgivable. Like if you claim that went to electricity or whatever, they'll forgive you. They're a loan. It's a loan, but
That's
it's a COVID related loan. You have to have some sort of bank account or card to put it on, like a green dot card.
yeah.
And that's where mine messed up on. I don't have a green dot. I had something else for New Jersey.
I'm actually not familiar
Disability.
with that anymore.
Yeah, I'm just saying though, but there is something right now you can literally, and it's only available for another 7 or 8 days.
Mm.
You can get a $20,000 loan, and it's forgivable if you can come up with $20,000 worth of expenses,
Mm.
which most people can. Sadly, it's not hard to do, but there's a $20,000 loan from Pennsylvania, and you
Mm.
don't have to be a resident. You could be a Jersey resident. I just don't know all the legalities, and the one person that was gonna do it for me gave up when my card bank didn't correspond with their bank. I
Mm.
had to get a green dot card, and they didn't want to help me after that, so I just gave up. But I know people that have gotten it.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't even be mentioning it if it didn't work.
Did I?
Honestly, I don't want to go through the paperwork of having to defend what I spent it on, so that's why I don't care. Because you do have to do that. You have to come up with where that money went to not have to pay it back.
Mm.
But it's very simple. Like,
I mean, I don't know how that works. I mean, I know I collected before, but
I've had two different um loans for school forgiven,
mm.
and from what I understand, it's the same type of you know
Ah.
information. Like if you're gonna get something, like if you've ever had a school loan forgiven, it's the same thing, but it's through the IRS or through some kind of tax thing, and there all you have to do is claim it through electricity, food. You know, there's a million ways.
Yeah, because like I know one
It
thing.
really is worth it.
I know that there's this like you know how some people didn't get their like
Yeah.
their claim and stuff.
That's not it, but
It's not the one
yeah.
because
not
I know
it,
they're
but-
paying like really big money on that too.
Yo, I wish. I don't even know somebody though that didn't get a stimulus check. But yeah, I wish somebody wouldn't pay me a stimulus check because I did hear that what they're getting is like the upwards of $5,000.
Mhm.
I don't know how true that is because I'm only just started hearing about it.
No,
It could
you
be.
could.
Uh,
It's the
what
kids.
did you hear?
It's the kids. Well,
Hmm?
it's for the kids. Like if you have a kid.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. If it's for.
I mean,
yeah.
I
Alright.
don't think it's a one. It's given to you
No,
at
I
one
don't
time.
think it's for one person either.
No. I don't think it's one time. I think it's like you know how many times they've given
Oh,
the stimulus.
okay.
So some people got it from that.
Yeah, you know it's sad too though. Like not to bring up my situation again, but my mom, when we had the second $600 fucking shitty check from Trump,
Mm-hmm.
when we had that, my mom didn't get it, and then it turned out they mailed it to her, and it turned out to be her own effing fault. But I got hung for all of it. I mean, by her, I got hung.
But
Like, oh yeah, you didn't see it in the mail, or you didn't notice it was in your bank account. First of all, it's your bank account. How would I notice?
mm-hmm.
You know. And second of all, mine came. That check had come the day after they announced it, or 3 days after they announced it.
Yeah.
This last check, they announced it, and I got it a month almost later. I was like, yeah, I didn't get it for a month. Everybody had paid theirs or spent theirs in a half.
I
And I was just getting hung.
I think I put mine on my stocks.
Well, it just matters, like, whatever the social security number was.
Yeah.
Obviously, if I had gotten it first the last time, it made sense. I probably got it the last time. But I was pissed because she had blamed me for not only her not getting it that time,
Mm.
but I guess because I didn't put it in her bank account. And I was like, first of all, you didn't even tell me to look for it. like they're gonna mention that it's a stimulus check on the fucking, mail, on
So
the
what?
mail.
Did she lost it?
No. I had it. I just didn't know what the hell I was looking for. And it's an unmarked letter. They don't mark it.
Yeah.
So it's like every other weird collection or bill collecting letter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it took a while to find it. When I found it, though, I put it in her bank immediately. And I was just like, wow, you literally dropped that much drama on me for this. And needless to say, I had spent $600 trying to visit her with Uber that month.
Mm.
And that was the sad thing. Like, I didn't even get a stimulus check that month. It all went to visiting her, and I didn't visit her. That was the one I went with the fucking news crew and everything.
Mhm.
But, like I said, also, she was able to deny visits, but she denied denying my visit, even though I have proof. So that's why I think that there's things going on from the last time she had her stroke in 2016. Because they've been consistent with that behavioral process, which is lying. It's basically me saying my mom's lying.
Mm. You don't want to say
But
that.
if I tell her she's lying today, she hangs up on me. And I'm just like, well, there's your lie. There's no reason to hang up on somebody unless they're telling you the truth.
Oh.
Sorry, and if she really did have anything to counter, she doesn't. Sadly, I'm the one with everything in my name, and it's her apartment, though.
Yeah.
It's her apartment. Nothing should be in my name. Nothing. So,
Wait,
that's
did she?
where I am
But you
today.
said that she used your account, no?
Oh yeah, 2016. She took out a cell phone, an Obama cell phone. They're supposed to be free in New Jersey, but I had one. However, she didn't have access to that particular phone, so you know what she did?
Hmm.
She ordered a smartphone. It cost her $600, and then she didn't pay that. So it was $600 in interest. It
Yeah.
accumulated. All this for an Obama phone, and they're free. But
It's
she
not.
went
It's
and
not
bought
cheap.
the paid version. You know what I'm saying? She
Yeah.
bought the paid version in my name, used it, and then ran up a fucking bill for like $1,200,
Mm.
all in 1 year. I was like, and there wasn't even a. After that, there wasn't a paid version, so it was just asinine when I heard of it. Once I got wind of everything, it was like there was no such thing because they didn't even have it anymore.
Mhm.
I thought they would just eat it and let it go, but they didn't. And I've now my credit's like maybe mid or late 400s because of it. And that's bad. And especially from never even having anything to worth basing my credit off of except for a cell phone. I've always had Verizon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Verizon's expensive though.
Yeah. And I switched
I'm
four
T.
years ago
I'm on
to
T-Mo now.
Xfinity because I got them plus two phones for what I paid a month with no phone with Verizon. I paid $150 a month with no phone, and I have two phones with that now. An iPhone 12 and an iPhone, or I'm sorry, a Note 20 like you, just
Mm-hmm.
not the Ultra.
Yeah.
So I have those two phones and everything, and it's $20 more than my Verizon account with no phone. With no phone. That's what drives me nuts. Like, oh, of course I switched.
So you're
But
you're
if you had Verizon, you know what I'm talking
no,
about.
I
That
have
shit's
T-Mobile.
expensive.
I've always been with T-Mobile.
Yeah, I had T-Mobile a few times. I always went back to Verizon because living in Salem County, you don't have cell service unless you can get your hands on a Verizon tower. There's no other tower here. And I guess that's for whatever reason they bought, the people bought out the town.
Yeah.
But still, the only other cell service you get here is Metro, I guess T-Mobile, and the only reason you get it is it's Metro PCS here too.
Metro
And the
piece of
only
shit.
reason you get it is because the store has one of those fucking antennas boosting the signal.
Yeah,
There's
yeah, yeah.
no fucking towers here. Yeah, the only tower we have are Verizon, which is why Xfinity rented out their towers. Like
Yeah.
somehow Verizon Wireless moved in, bought all the towers here back in 2010, and then Xfinity became the fucking internet powerhouse.
Yeah.
And Verizon's like, well, we have to let them in on our turf because they're gonna buy us out, and that's what they did. They basically somehow we rent out Verizon towers for cheap. I don't get it, but it worked, and my bill's half the price.
Yeah. My
But
my
I
my
paid,
my
yeah.
my phone is expensive because I have a lot of things added to
I
my
know.
account.
My phone without a phone was $150 a month through Verizon, and that was before 5G. Who does that?
Yeah. Well, I'm
No
paying.
phone, no
I
phone.
think I paid like 230. I paid 230, but because I have added things onto my stuff.
I ain't even talking about it. Now, see, my phone bill was what? 200 or no, 168 this month. The only reason it was $68 extra is because I pay $12 extra a gig. And
Yeah, yeah.
that's my fault because I could do unlimited. I just choose not.
Bastards.
But honestly, if this goes on any further like it has been, I am gonna have to go unlimited. Plus, the other problem me and my mom can't solve from her being where she's at and where I'm at is that my mom likes to watch that stupid cable TV. I don't watch cable. I just watch
Yeah.
Netflix and all that shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, but she wants her cable, and in order to like keep cable running in her apartment that I'm staying in, I gotta pay a fucking $500 bill in my name too.
Mm.
I don't really want to do that. I don't want to pay a $500 cable bill for cable I've never watched. That's my issue. That's the only issue money wise I'm in right now. And I do have to pay it either way. Even if I don't watch it here on out, I still got $500 to pay.
Yeah, technically.
I know. And then, like, I could shorten it and make it better, but I just haven't decided on whether or not I want to drop cable entirely. Like, only reason I would drop cable is if my mother isn't coming home to live with me. I don't need cable. I don't watch cable, and I don't watch live TV, but she does. So if she's coming home, I'm gonna leave it. If she's not, why the fuck will I?
Well,
So
you
like
should.
I said, a lot's up to what's gonna happen in the next month, and I still don't really.
What? Because the thing is, like, what I did. Wait, have you ever tried? Have you ever tried doing like a family
What?
plan with your?
Yeah, we did all that. What I'm at? Let me explain what I'm at now. What I'm at now is that the only reason they didn't shut off my internet at the apartment, I have no cable, but I can watch it, I guess, through streaming on my phone.
Mm.
I don't. In other words, the boxes don't work. We have one box that don't work. The modem works and online streaming works for even Xfinity with the Comcast shit. But if I wanted to watch it on the box, I'd have to go back to the 150 a month I was paying, and I'm not gonna pay that when I haven't watched any live cable since 2015.
Cause like, what am I using right now? I only have cable.
That's not even all for that. That's just the cable from when my mom's been away, I guess. But she didn't turn it off right away, so that's not even all cable. That's just the cable, I guess, up until February, and then it's internet only after that. Which is why it's not more than it would be like $900 otherwise. You know what I mean? With the rental and that cable box. The cable box is what ends up breaking you, and nobody even needs it if you have a smart TV.
So what I do is I just exactly what you did, just internet. So
Yeah.
I pay for like the fastest internet, and I have pretty much everything: Hulu, HBO Max, Disney Plus,
But here's the thing: they just stopped
Netflix,
the internet.
Amazon.
Do you have Comcast?
Hell no, I left them. I'm with Verizon now.
I won't be surprised though with you living in New Jersey if at the end of somehow you're not into Comcast. Comcast owns New Jersey and Pennsylvania.
Yeah, they're also a
And
piece of
I
shit.
wouldn't be surprised if they move into New York.
Yeah, I don't. The thing is, like, I don't want to.
I
They,
hate them.
I don't like Comcast. Comcast is a piece
Oh,
of
I
shit.
never did. I never did. But it is convenient. What they offer works. And that's all I can say. Here's what sucks. VPNs, they don't exist on whatever they're offering. I've got that new BIOS. I don't even fucking know what it is.
FiOS
I
is.
don't even have fiber optics, and it's somehow that. But my point is, it's the highest whatever they offer. But even when I'm on, my point is, even when I'm on a fucking VPN, they know what I'm doing. There's no secrecy anymore, and that's why I hated Comcast. And now I really hate them because of it. You have to literally go on a completely different internet, whatever. It seems to know your MAC address. It doesn't matter what you spoof. It
Yeah.
knows. Is my point. It knows. And I'm into that. I've been into spoofing since the 90s, 1996. And there wasn't even spoofing back then.
Spoofing.
But
Oh my
you
god.
can't spoof Comcast today, and I hate it. That's my only thing. You cannot get away with anything, which is fine because I've come to the point where I don't care and I just pay the streaming costs. But I am going to admit that I come from, a pirating age.
Really?
It's yeah, oh my god. But anyway, yeah, you know what I mean. Like it's really hard to break that free fucking. You've gotten everything for free your whole life, music, movies, it doesn't matter. And once they start cracking down, they have. There's no way around it with Comcast. None. I've tried.
Hmm. Not even if you're using VPN or something?
Nope. No. Yeah, I had a private VPNs and no, well, there are alternatives. Don't take what I'm saying to heart
Mm-hmm.
completely. But the only way around it paid ways. Like I'm used to being able to find a free way. I haven't found a free way in 3 years. I gotta be honest. And if I could, I think I would have by now.
Interesting.
And like the freeways, if you get them to work, they only work once or twice. Then
Yeah.
they catch right on.
I
And that's what I mean by that.
yeah, I don't do that anymore.
I don't either, but Christ, we came from the age
Yeah,
that
yeah,
did it.
yeah. I get you. Like a few years
That's
ago,
all
I was
I'm
doing
saying.
that, but now it's like even Adobe is like cloud now.
I'm the same. I'm paying for my Lightroom, Adobe
Yeah.
Lightroom. I know. Trust me, and I've had the bootleg pirated version.
Hmm.
So I'm done with all that too. But it isn't because I want to be. Let me just explain that. I've looked for every shortcut, and I can't. And that's all I have. But yeah, like if there was a way around it with the company I use, I mean,
Hmm.
and there isn't. There just isn't.
But
So
why,
if
why,
there
why do
isn't
you
a
have
way with other
Lightroom?
places. Hmm?
Why do you have Lightroom?
Lightroom, I don't mean I don't. I have more than Lightroom. I have the entire Adobe suite.
Yeah.
I'm just mean that.
So
No,
no, no, I'm
I
saying like,
like.
why do you have it?
You see that every once in a while I do make those stupid memes and weird
Ah, I see, I
pictures.
see.
Yeah, I'm just creative. Honestly, I have no reason to buy it every month, so I don't. But
Mm-mm.
when I do buy it that month, like I'll buy it every few months. Just I don't subscribe to it every month. Let me explain that. I
Yeah.
just every once in a while I'll buy it when I feel creative. I mean, the only thing I ever really bought were the apps you can buy one time and reuse forever, like uh, I think Sketchbook's one for the Note,
Yeah.
but there's a pro version I bought on the Note 2 that's carried over to every one of my phones. But they have the two free versions, which are blue and red. They're the exact same ones, so I don't see why I paid extra, but I did. That was years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't know. But the Adobe shit, if you've used it, you know why I'm paying for it. It's
Mm-hmm.
good. And I can do everything with it. And there's so many apps that I can think of that I've even paid for and can't do nearly as much with. Like the one-time fee or whether it's a subscription, it doesn't matter.
Well, right now
So
it's
yeah,
like subscription.
Mhm.
They don't have like they don't
no,
have
I
like
pay every
a
month. Yeah,
they don't
and
have
I
that
don't
thing
always
anymore.
pay every month, like I said though. I'll skip a month or two and then go and do a bunch of crazy things that I meant to do for a few months all in one. And it isn't just Lightroom, like I said. It's an Adobe suite.
Yeah.
Suite.
Sweet.
is what I, yeah, that's what
I think it's like
the Lightroom's
30
just
bucks.
what I was looking at the
Pretty
last.
sure it's $30 a month.
Yeah, it's,
And it
I
comes with
pay,
everything. Hold on, actually,
yeah,
what?
it was $4.99 for one thing that I wanted, but the thing's 30 something in total.
No, it
I
gives you
haven't done it.
everything. So I
Yeah,
didn't,
but yeah, you get everything.
I
Yeah,
didn't
exactly.
really
Like 9
install
different apps.
everything because I only
Uh-huh.
use Adobe. I only use Photoshop,
Spark.
Illustrator.
Yo, you will not regret. Download Spark if you can get Adobe Spark. You will not regret it
What's
because that
Spark?
has that functionality to do the weird motion graphics like morphing. You know, remember Morpheus back in the day?
Wait, you talk about it's
That
like Flash? You
yeah,
remember
kind of.
Macromedia
Yeah,
Flash?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. But the Spark does that, and it's more user friendly too. It's more easier to
Yeah,
understand where you
I
can
think
motion most of your pictures.
they got rid of Adobe Flash and they I think they added Spark.
It's Spark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
I'm not surprised they did that. I never understood what happened with that. But Spark and Lightroom, they're the two I use probably the most out of that entire suite, which is why I keep saying Spark shit. And Adobe whatever the hell else.
They have Dreamweaver.
Lightroom.
I'm actually trying to check which ones I
There's
have.
like 8 things they offer in that suite.
Yeah, I'm looking
And
at
there's
it right
something
now.
new too that you only have to pay $4.99 and you get most of it too. So don't just settle for that big like price tag they give you. There's
Oh no.
2 other
I was
things they offer.
I was going for just like the like Photoshop.
There is something that's basic and not motion related that's cheaper. That's why I said, look, don't go for 30. There's like a cheaper one that's either $6 a month. I think it's $5.99 is what I paid, and all it was, and it was the motion thing, but just the limited one, the Spark,
Yeah.
Lightroom, and something else that I'm not thinking of. Those 3 things I was getting all for $8.99 a month.
Hmm.
I just can't think of them all. But there are things they offer, so don't,
I'm
feel
looking.
inclined to buy
Well,
the
I'm
big
checking
one.
what I have. So
And what
here's
you
what
could
I
use.
have.
That's what you gotta look at. What could you use?
So I have Photoshop,
And
Illustrator, the Acrobat I really needed.
yeah, I need that too.
Lightroom, Premiere, Dreamweaver, Media Encoder, and then Camera Raw.
Fuck, you might need all of them.
And then
Because I end up getting them all too. I always I'm gonna need this here. I'm gonna need that here. This one will come in handy for this one, and this one works with that one, and you know what I'm talking about. They all work with each other. They're not.
well, I actually have all of it.
It probably pays to just pay that round amount. That's the only thing I leave open to subscribe to every month, but I try to cancel it so I don't.
Yeah, you're
Pay
not
for it on
constantly.
months I
Yeah,
don't
you're not
use.
constantly
Yeah, I
playing.
don't want to do the auto thing. I hate that. I hate because you know what? The last time I did this auto shit, I paid for months I didn't even use it,
Yeah.
and that's what pisses me off. At least tell me that I've got to pay for it so that I remember to use it.
Wow, dude, they even have character animator. Hmm.
What the hell time is it? My God, you kept me.
It's
I was up
1:50.
late
I'm
myself,
actually
though.
gonna go to bed, but I'll be back tomorrow. I got work. I got work at
Honestly,
like
I'm
7.
not. I haven't been sleeping at all. I'm up, so now I'll just have to hit the alarm, or not the alarm, the alert on
Yeah.
your channel so that I'm alert. Yeah, because I'm up. I haven't gone to my normal early night regiment or whatever
Yeah.
since all this shit happened, which was in Thanksgiving this past year.
I mean,
Or
yeah. I
whatever
mean,
last
it's
year.
whatever you're going
So,
through.
like,
It's
for
pretty
9
tough.
months, I've just been, I've been sleeping during the day, to be honest.
I wish I
But
could do that.
I haven't been even able to, like, tell people about it because there's nobody I talk to.
Well, I'm glad that you were able to at least release some type of like tension.
No, I'm glad I got
you
to
know.
catch you to finally catch
Yeah.
up.
And I'm gonna try to stream more. That's like my main right now. Like I just
If
wanna
you see me
stream.
streaming, I don't normally talk, so don't jump on mine.
Good night,
Especially
Rhino.
if it's
Thanks for
Rocket
coming.
League. I don't usually even turn my audio on for that, but I'll definitely hop on when you're streaming if you
Yeah,
want to talk.
tomorrow.
If you can.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna be playing the same game, and just kind of chilling
Alright,
here for a
cool.
bit.
Oh no, that's a chill game, so you can actually have normal conversations.
Yeah, cause I
It's
can't
not like-
do
yeah.
that with Apex, and I can't really do that with like, you know, the other
No,
crazy
you can't
shit
do it with
that
any
I
of those
play.
shooting games. Not
Yeah.
even now.
Cause all you hear is
I'm
like yelling.
usually on them, so I know.
Yeah, but I'll be back
Alright.
tomorrow, and it was nice
Alright.
talking to you. So turn on your notifications so when I log in, you know.
Yeah, I will. And I got you on Discord now too.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Just jump into my Discord.
If
That's
you
fine.
if you can remember, maybe you can set an alert for that too, because that one pops up all the time. But I'll put my alerts on for Twitch.
No, it
Does it?
yeah, it does it automatically.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you didn't have it set for that.
No,
I
no, no,
wasn't Sure.
no. It does. If you look at my
Okay.
Discord, that's all you'll see.
Oh, yeah, I saw it. I just didn't. I'm not, internalizing everything.
Yeah.
I'm saying. I'm sorry.
But
But all right.
all right, you guys have a good night. Thank you so much for
Good night,
coming, guys. And I hope I'll see you guys tomorrow. Rhino, thank you. I'll see you guys later. Have a good night.